Mhm.
All right. Now, the thing is, like, people are like, oh, dude, dolphins are like sweet and, flipper and all this other shit. But, dude, dolphins have literally been seen using decapitated fish heads as fleshlights.
Mhm.
I mean, that's a fucking fact. And you
That's
want me
because
to go swimming with a dolphin? People think I'm crazy because I want to swim with a shark over a dolphin. I
Well,
mean, yeah. If you get
smartest
attacked
creatures
by
in
a
the
shark,
ocean.
you have like a badass scar, and they're like, yeah, I was attacked by a shark. If you get attacked by a dolphin, you're raped. And that leaves a whole other set of scars that you can't really show people except for your fucking therapist. And I don't want to cry every time, Flipper comes on television, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. Well, I used to masturbate to Flipper after my journey to SeaWorld as a kid, so I know
And
exactly what you're talking
honestly,
about.
I know it's completely off subject, but my favorite cosplayer would be Paul Walker. Because remember that one year he cosplayed as George of the Jungle?
Yeah, watch out for
Uh,
that. Tree! Welcome to another episode of Two Drunk Bros. If you're just tuning in or haven't watched this before, welcome. We just talk about fucked up shit and drink hella beer.
Speaking of that, new sexual position. You might have heard of this one. It's the JFK.
Okay.
It's when you pull out shit on the back of her head and she screams and tries to get out of the car.
Have you heard of the Princess Diana? You smash
No,
her face,
what's that?
Smash her face into the dashboard.
Oh, good times.
Hey, just a quick shout out to Joe and his Facebook group, Church of Beer. We tried to make a video and it just said it was stupid and wouldn't download or some shit. So shout out to Church of Beer. We love you, Joe. Big bearded, you beautiful bastard. But yeah, his beard makes my beard look like a training beard.
Yeah, well, I cut half of mine off.
Yeah, Joe's got a beard that's like, woof. It's close to being a wizard beard. It is.
Oh yeah, it's a beard.
It's gorgeous.
That does sound amazing.
Love that guy, and he loves his beer. I'll tell you that much right now. He's been making beer chugging videos on Facebook. Like, I think he was doing like Sunday chugs or some shit like that. Just him and his buddies chugging. And that's what made me say, we should do chugs. We should chug our beers at the beginning of our podcast. Because every fucking week I'd watch him chug a beer and I'm like, man, we should do that.
I'm quite fond of it.
Yeah, me too. I love chugging a beer at the beginning of our
podcast.
I think
definitely a fan.
But
speaking of which,
I will give credit to where credit is due. I came up with that idea because of Joe. So, Joe, credit's due to you, man. I've already told him that, but now I'll make it public to all of our 58 fans. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey, man, we got a loyal 58.
We do.
We do. I call our fan group pride. It's not a lot, but we got some pride, baby. You know?
Well, I mean, you got believers and shit like that. Well, what do we call Two Drunk Bro fans?
I don't know. That's a fucking good question, man.
I don't know.
Every podcast has a name for their fans. Justin Long, Life is Short podcast, he calls his fans his shorties. So let's just call ours drunks.
Right? We need more drunks in our life.
Come on, drunks. Get on here and fucking, but we need our drunks to fucking comment. Come on, man.
Come on, guys.
We used to ask you guys to comment for shit to talk about, but now we just totally wing it.
Yeah, we totally swing by it.
In my opinion, it's way better that way. All right, T-Roy.
Oh, I enjoy it. Oh, are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? We didn't even do the fucking introduction. So, if this is your first time watching, which I know we're picking up subscribers every now and again. So if this is your first video, I am Cody the Viking Osborne. With me, as always, is my co-host and best friend, Troy the Ruthless Rutledge.
Thank you.
We don't have soundboards, so fuck it. But at the beginning of every episode, we chug a beer to keep drinking, babies. Unless you're an alcoholic, then chug a beer with us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Troy's doing the straw maneuver. He's really trying to figure that one out. He's gonna master it.
Goddamn!
Oh no, I got beer on my computer. Okay, well, this will be the third beer I've chugged
Whoa.
in 10 minutes because I was trying to make a video for Joe's podcast, but it wouldn't go through. So,
Oh my god, that was so cold down the gullet. Oh. I always forget how fast the beer shoots down with that straw.
I can never get a good belch off of a chug burp.
Yeah, wasn't too
Like,
bad.
you trap so much air down in there, but when it comes out, it's like a steamy fart. It's just
Right.
there's no
That's why so many
noise.
people puke during drinking contests, man, because they just fill those bubbles and they force them out and they keep making themselves burp and burp and burp. Then, bleh. I know it's happened to me a time or two.
Oh yeah, oh for sure. I've definitely puked chugging with beer. That's definitely in beer pong because you're shooting. You know.
Yeah. Now I remember one time I was
shooting
playing.
half a cup each time, and if you're losing,
Right.
you're gonna get fucked up quick, and you might puke.
I was playing poker, but with beer instead of chips. No, so if you lost, that's how many beers you had to chug.
Mm-hmm.
I was already completely shit wasted,
Yeah.
which is sad because I'm pretty fucking good at poker. But
Not
I
a-
wind
not a
up
good game to
losing
start
this
when you're
hand and
drunk.
have to chug like 9 more beers.
Ooh.
And I'm already fucking gone. And I got 6 of them. And I'm about to throw up. So I run out the sliding door, throw up. I pass a sink and a bathroom to get to this door to throw up.
Yeah.
You know, because that's what you fucking do.
Yeah.
I throw up. I come back. I open up the next 3. They're like, "You're going to drink those?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah. Ain't no bitch."
Dude, you just emptied the tank, son.
Right?
Just emptied the
downed them
tank,
again.
bro. Am I walking? Yeah, I'm gonna
Right?
drink those other ones.
No shit.
I'm not laying on the
Dude, I
curb.
down those fucking 3. And I'm like, "Ugh," and I run to go out the door again. But somebody had closed the sliding door. So I ran like face first into this glass. And I
went
threw
bleh.
up, falling backwards like a trail. As I fall fucking backwards on the carpet.
Dude, you totally kickstarted my memory of almost every single beer pong night at fucking Broda's house. Our boy Broda, Oli, he was on the podcast. Watch that episode. It's fucking great. The guy was a fucking host with the most when it come to our old school beer pong parties.
Yep.
I remember every time we beer ponged over there and we stuck to beer and didn't dip into the liquor, we would take sanctioned piss breaks because
Yes.
these beer pong tournaments lasted like 6-7 hours sometimes. But I remember every fucking sanctioned piss break after about the third one, somebody was throwing up empty in the tank. We'd be out in his bushes, pissing. You good? Yeah. You gonna play? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yep. I'm solid, man.
Like, what's he doing out there? He's just emptying the tank, bro. He'll be back, ready to roll, son.
He'll be fine.
Dude, I did
Dude,
it.
all
so
of us
many-
have puked and rallied.
Dude, I cannot imagine because I've only ever seen Oli's backyard at night. I've never
Dude,
been
that's
over
true.
there.
I've never seen it during the day.
Never seen it during the day. So all I know is that he had the ricketiest fucking porch, like breaking. And all I know is that there was 2 open sides. That's where people peed and puked. So it's
Yeah.
like, how disgusting was it? He moved now, but how disgusting was those 2 spots in his backyard?
I guarantee you nothing grew there.
There was vomit and piss all over it.
Yeah, no, nothing grew in that area.
See, but I was smart because the one time that I got super drunk at the Halloween Havoc beer pong tournament, I passed out in the front yard on the curb.
Yeah. It's all about location.
Because I am smart. And I didn't pass out. I was just laying on the ground throwing up into the street because I respect Oli's property.
Right. I never passed out at Oli's. I mean, I got fucking close.
I never passed out at Oli's either.
But I never passed out at Oli's. TJ did.
Yeah, that was 21st birthday.
Yeah. Posed him with a blow-up doll.
And I dipped my nuts on his head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it was his 21st birthday.
I know, dude. You know, I've dipped my nuts on so many people's heads and everybody takes pictures. I don't have a single picture of any of them.
No, you don't. Yeah.
My mangina went fucking worldwide. I don't have a picture of it. I flashed Biggie the mangina the other day, and he's like, "Oh, the mangina. It's been a while." And my wife goes, "What do you mean?" And he's like, "Oh, it went nationwide.
Yeah.
That was back before. That was back like flip phones era.
Yeah, that thing popped up on my Razor.
Yeah, dude. My mangina was famous for a hot minute.
It was.
So,
Dude,
did I tell you I flashed my wife the mangina? I might have said that on our last episode.
Yeah,
I
during her
flashed the
fucking
mangina
meeting.
during her
gold.
meeting. Yeah. She had another meeting tonight, and I just took my shirt off, and like, you know, I'm super hairy, and I just like went right behind her and was like, oh. She's just like, get the fuck out of here. You're not allowed to be home when I have my meetings. I was like, I can't help it. I told her.
I get excited.
I told her, I was like, you're my wife. So basically I can do anything I want to torment you because you're not going anywhere. Like, I was like, the only difference between you and a hostage is I let you roam around the house.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty fucking much.
Yeah, and I told her, I said, I'd chain you up in the basement, but that's where I do my podcast.
Yeah, and I don't need you in the background complaining.
Yeah, I don't need you. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. Like,
right? I'm gonna shit myself. I don't need that.
Yeah, get the hose, grab the bucket.
You imagine the FBI calls we'd be getting on us if you had somebody chained. They're like, today's episode of Two Drunk Bros. I just want to see my family.
Like and subscribe.
Please comment after the video. Share it with your friends.
What's that called when they fall in love with their captor?
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, they've been a part of so many episodes in the background. They're just like and subscribe. That's all they say. Well, he had me in the basement. He tortured me. And like and subscribe as well.
Like and subscribe. If he gets so many comments, he said he might let me see my children again.
But nobody ever commented.
Nobody comments. This is your fault.
Except for who? Crispy chicken tenders and our fucking biggest fan.
Right.
But we like your comments. Keep commenting. Just no negativity, guys. This is a positive,
This is a safe space.
Let's stay positive, guys. Let's just try not to, be negative, okay?
Positive as Charlie Sheen's hep test.
And his girlfriends.
And his girlfriend. Tiger blood has hep in it.
Oh, man. Dude, Charlie Sheen's a legend, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Legend.
That dude's a legend.
That dude was famous before Brad Pitt. I think people forget that.
Yeah. And he was like the highest paid TV actor for a long time.
Dude, he was making like $2 million an episode.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. And that dude was high as fuck.
Constantly. And he had that good coke.
And then they replaced him with Ashton Kutcher and nobody watched the show anymore.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I hate the show. I fucking hate 2.5 Men.
Yeah, it's not a great show.
No, I hate it. You remember that little studio apartment I used to have?
Yep.
The people, like my neighbors, binged watched it on like DVD or some shit.
Could you imagine how much our neighbors hate How I Met Your Mother?
Oh, yeah, yeah. But the thing is, it wasn't loud enough to where you could hear it, like loud and understand.
Yeah.
But it was loud enough to where you could barely hear it. So your mind focuses on it. Like, what's that noise? And then once you hear it, you never stop hearing it. Constantly, just randomly throughout the fucking day, just men, menly, men. Ah! Watch something else. I will pay for your cable.
That's all we have on DVD.
Fuck. Go to Mr. Money, buy some fucking DVDs.
Oh, that's funny. You know what, man? We got to come up with some. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, and a lot of them do different weird things that I'm always like, man, how can we incorporate that into our podcast? And then I realize, nah, we can't. Yeah. like a fire round where you just fire off questions and ask quick questions, like the Beatles or the Stones.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like either one of those bands, so I don't care. Iron Maiden.
Yeah, dude, you want to talk about one of the most overrated bands on the planet, the Beatles.
Yeah, well, dude, they were already split up by the time they were what, like 26?
Yeah, I
They
think
were
they're
already
extremely
split
overrated.
up.
People are like, oh, you just don't like music from that era. Dude, the Monkees were the shit.
Dude, I actually like the Beatles.
I'm just not, I think they're so overrated.
I cannot. Oh, 100. Well, the reason that they're overrated is because the Beatles basically laid down a platform for all of music from then on. Because everybody who made music after that was biting the Beatles. They were just taking from the Beatles. So I get that portion of it, 100%. The Beatles laid down a completely new foundation of music style, and everybody just incorporated it into their own music. So I get that aspect of it for sure.
Yeah, I'm a Righteous Brothers guy myself.
But I like the Beatles better than the Stones. I cannot fucking stand the Rolling Stones, man. I fucking hate their music. This is really a controversial thing because people worship them. Yeah. I don't like their fucking music. I think they're trash. I do not like it. I don't like a lot of that 60s and 70s garbage. I just think it's all fucking shit. You got Black Sabbath. They fucking remade the world.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath to me was the gods. They rose way above Rolling Stones and all those fucking other shit bands from that era. Dude, Black Sabbath was top of the fucking list in my opinion. Ain't nobody making politically fucking sound music like that. They were Pink Floyd before Pink Floyd. Because Pink Floyd is considered the most influential band of all time. Which I kind of get. I agree.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, their music was very impactful when it comes to society and the way that things were going at the era.
Dude, that movie was a fucking acid trip.
But nobody was singing about the government and shit that was going on the way that Black Sabbath did it, man. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Dude, so fucking evil minds that plot destruction. Sorcerer of death's construction. Oh, Lord, yeah.
Shit's classic.
Dude,
I love that
song.
Touching
Sabbath, bro.
I always cranky when that comes on.
Dude, there was an old saying, which I disagree with the second part, but the first part is 100%. Black Sabbath created metal. And the saying goes, Metallica perfected it, which I think is completely wrong. Metallica's great, but they didn't perfect metal.
Early Metallica is great.
Newer
Metallica, it's decent, but it's not what, no.
I'm going to defend Metallica a little bit. Because their latest album, Atlas Rise.
Yeah.
That's classic Metallica, baby.
Yeah.
They went back to the roots. And I dig
Yeah, but
it.
Saint Anger was trash.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Dude, Saint Anger
ruined Metallica.
That was garbage, man.
Dude, that was the most trash fucking metal album of all time. Everybody was like, Metallica's lost it. They're done. Retire.
Right. This is fucking...
Hetfield, hang up, bro. You're done, bro.
Dude, oh my God. Saint Anger was terrible.
They just tried to... The reason that I love the old metal... I like new metal too. Iron Maiden's always going to be my favorite.
Yeah.
But there's a reason for that. And it's because Iron Maiden not only captured my soul when I heard it, but they've never changed their sound. I can put off their latest album, I could put one of those songs onto a 1984 album that they released, and you would never know that it was done, fucking 30 years later. You would never know. Right. They sound exactly the same. And to some people, that's like, oh, that's bad. But it's not, because their music, like every band has, every good band has their own thing.
Dude, what bugs the crap out of me
Iron Maiden's is the they got that.
Dude, Iron Maiden's solid.
They have a cadence to their music, and it's all in the drums. There's like a tapping that you just, when you hear it, you're like, that's Maiden. And Queensryche, I love Queensryche. They almost stole that from them.
Yeah.
Because the first time I ever heard Queensryche, I was in the oil field, and I was like, I've never heard this Iron Maiden song. And my buddy was like, "Oh, this is Queensryche." I'm like, "Dude, this sounds exactly like Iron Maiden." And Queensryche is amazing because they sound like Iron Maiden.
Well, I get a lot of shit because I like Nickelback.
No, dude, fuck those fucking Nickelback fucking haters, bro.
Dude, Nickelback is good.
Everybody of our
Nickelback
age
is
in
fucking
high
good.
school was singing Nickelback. Look
Right?
at this photograph. Every time I
Dude,
see it makes
okay.
me laugh.
See, because the
Everybody.
Spider-Man movie that's coming out soon, that song "Hero" has been hitting the waves again.
Yeah.
You know, they tell me a hero can save us. I mean,
I'm
like,
not gonna stand in the way. Dude, I'll tell you what, bro.
right?
Let's make this public right now because I've been fucking defending Nickelback since for
Dude,
some reason the world
amen.
turned on them. I don't know why, man. I've been jamming to Nickelback since I was in middle school.
Right? The only flaw Nickelback has is that they're Canadian. But I can't fault them for that.
But
That's
dude,
not their fault.
Dude, he married Average Lavigne, dude.
Right?
And I call her Average Lavigne on purpose. I know her name's Avril Lavigne. She's smoking hot still. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
She
she
was
is
the
so
skater
hot.
boy. She said, "See you later, boy." Fuck yeah, son.
Oh, dude, she is. Dude,
That's
her
my
music
jam.
was killer too, man. She had good fucking hits. I sang them all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Let's make this public right now. The Two Drunk Bros, Nickelback fans, because you
Right.
know eventually Nickelback's gonna have a comeback, and all these fucking douchebags that hated on him for no fucking reason are gonna be like, "I always liked Nickelback." Like,
They're like,
no,
"You're
you
full of
did.
shit."
Just like the Keanu songs, man. Everybody fucking hated Keanu Reeves. I always backed Keanu. Always. I watched
Why would
every
you
one of his
ever
movies.
hate Keanu Reeves? Tell me one bad thing he's done.
It was the whole stigmata of him going, "Oh no, kung fu." Like he had that Bill and Ted thing. He was always stigmatized as a Bill and Ted guy.
Yeah.
Oh no, kung fu in the Matrix. It's like, dude, Keanu's a great actor, man.
Dude,
I've watched
Keanu
every
kills it.
movie he's been in, dude. 48 Ronin fucking nailed it, man.
Right?
That guy's so good. He's such a good actor. And then the Keanu songs happened, and all I thought to myself was, all these fucking people hated Keanu Reeves. I've always stood behind Keanu. And just
Always
like
been a
I
man
have
of the Reeves.
always stood behind Nickelback. And when they make their comeback, I'm glad this will be on the internet so motherfuckers can see that fucking Cody the Viking Osborne and Troy the Ruthless Rutledge always been Nickelback fans.
Always. Dude, you know how many times I was blaring Silver Side Up in my
Dude,
anti-skip
I
Walkman?
own all of their CDs to this day.
Oh, yeah.
When my CDs
I don't own
got
them.
stolen,
I download because
my
I'm a
CDs
bastard.
got stolen 2 years ago. Every Nickelback album I see, I buy. Because I had all of them before. I had fucking 300 fucking CDs. I had all the Iron Maidens, everything. And then thank God fucking Stiletto Johnny said I'm going straight digital and gave me all of his CDs.
Yeah.
And he has, he's a huge metal fan the same as I am. So he has, he had all Judas Priest, all Ozzy. Like he had quite the collection already. So he bumped my collection super much. I just got to start getting back into collecting all the Iron Maidens. I bought their new album, but they got 35 other ones I still got to collect. But right here, right now, boys and girls, we are Nickelback fans and always will be, baby. Always will be. Chad Kroger, you can do no wrong. You can do
We
no
believe
wrong.
in you. All right? Fuck these guys.
Yeah. I will never throw shit at you at a concert. I'll go to your concert just like I did Train. I went to Train. Boy, I sang the fuck out of them shits. Because Train, same genre, baby. You can't go wrong with Drops of Jupiter. Come on,
Fuck no.
son.
Dude,
Come
I
on,
want to meet
son.
Virginia.
Fuck, Meet Virginia. They sang Meet Virginia, bro.
I know they did.
Dude, I was like a fucking, what do you call Justin Bieber fans? Believers.
A believer.
I was a fucking train burr. Oh, dude, I was throwing my panties on the stage when they were going down Meet Virginia Road. I was like, oh, smokes a pack today. Wait, that's me, but anyway.
But anyway,
I was
doesn't
getting
care anything
loose.
about that, have it?
You know what was funny about that concert?
Beautiful.
You know what's funny about that concert? I think that me and my wife were the youngest people at that concert.
Yeah.
And it was a packed arena. But everybody
I
was
don't
like,
that one fucking bit.
everybody
fucking
was
Train.
our age.
Fucking Train.
Up to our parents' age. And they were just fucking, dude, they slayed it, man. They were so good at concert. I was like, at least I saw Train in concert. I'd love to see, my wife's seen Nickelback in concert. I would love to see Nickelback.
Dude, if you get a chance to see Nickelback in concert and don't let me know about it in time for me to get tickets, I'm gonna beat your ass.
Dude, you know I would never do that, bro.
God, Like, you come on to the next episode, and you got like a Nickelback t-shirt. Yeah, I got this at the concert. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know I would have drove to see that shit.
This is not
I
cool,
know.
man.
Hey, I know there's certain bands that if they come here, I gotta let the old T-Roy know. I gotta let you know. I know this.
Yeah.
I know this.
And pretty soon I'm going to get vacation time, and that is reserved for things of this nature.
Well, you got vacation time coming, and my vacation time is about 11 months from now.
Yeah, but you get PTO and shit.
But it doesn't kick in until a
Yeah,
year.
that's true.
But that's okay.
It'll be all right.
No, dude. Nickelback fan for life, buddy. Always been a Keanu fan and always been a Nicolas Cage fan. I'm not afraid to say it. I fucking like Nicolas Cage, man. I think he's a weird guy, and I'm very attracted to weird people.
I did that the other day. My daughter had this little bitty cage, and I grabbed a nickel and I put it in there. I go, guess what? I was looking at Michelle. I was like, guess what? I took the nickel out. I go, it's a Nicolas Cage.
Have you seen the new? I told you about it over the phone the other day. The second movie. It's kind of a prequel to the Army of the Dead.
Yes. Yeah.
Zack Snyder. Did you watch that new one?
No, I haven't seen the new one.
Oh, it's so good, bro.
I did just buy DVD today that I'm going to have to watch tonight after this episode.
What's it called?
It's the DC animated Injustice movie.
It's out already?
Yeah, it's out. I saw it at Walmart and I snatched that shit up today.
How much was it?
$24 for the 4K.
Okay. So that means it's probably on HBO.
It's not. I already checked.
What?
That's why I bought it.
Ah, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It'll be on there soon enough.
Yeah, but, I bought it today, so it's on there tonight probably.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for it to come out on HBO.
Yeah, because I checked. Like, I took out my phone. I went on HBO Go, and I was like, categories, DC.
Now, this is based off of the video game, right?
Yes, it's rated R for bloody violence.
Of course it is. It has to be. If it's based off the video game, dude, it better fucking go step for step because, I mean, I understand the video game cutscenes and all that shit equals to like 4 hours of content, but still,
yeah,
you got to at least roughly like somewhat closely base it off the game because at least the main points.
Yeah, I bought that, and Michelle was like, "Why'd you buy that? Isn't like the video game have the whole movie of what happens?" And I just stared her down, and she was like, "Yeah, sorry."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah, no, don't. The fuck's wrong with you?
Respect the fucking game, dude. Don't hate the player, son."
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Nobody respects our hobbies.
Oh God, Troy, I'm balding. Oh,
yeah,
no.
That's not new.
Oh, it was new to me.
Yeah, that's been going on for quite some time. We just didn't say anything.
And Johnny always complained about how bald he was, and it's like, dude, I surpassed you by far, sir.
Oh, I know, right? It's terrible.
Yeah. Oh, look, you got a little bald spot in the back there. Oh, wait, no,
yeah.
The reflection.
Not even close. I have thick, luscious hair.
That's because you got hair plugs, folks. Hair plugs.
Yeah, but it works.
He's like, he started going bald, and then he's like, but I don't look like Kiefer anymore. Hair plugs.
Yeah, no, that's why I rip them out. Like, stop it.
And maybe if I go bald, people won't say that anymore.
Dude, we're playing this game over at the neighbors last night, and it's like you roll this dice, and it's got like all these different things on it. It's like one part of the dice says I, the other part is like I have, the other part's like I want, or whatever. And then you have all these cards, and they have like different lines for each side of the dice.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity. You give those cards to that person, and then they have to read it. So you pretty much just give them something to make them say something stupid.
Yeah,
or to make
them
sound
laugh.
like a jackass.
Whoever's got the funniest card wins.
Yeah, you make it to where, because they have to read it out loud like it's them.
Of course, yeah.
So like I gave Sean one that said, "I want a divorce." Trying to move in on that, but
dude, gingers cannot mate with gingers. Troy,
I know you told me this already. Anyway, I got some, and I was looking at him, and it says, and one of them was, "I look like a movie star," and I looked right at Michelle. I was like, "You shut your fucking face!" And everybody just got like,
does none of them know?
Like really fucking uncomfortable. Like
has
really
none of them
fast.
ever put that together?
No. No, but they do now because I made a scene and it had to be explained.
That was my favorite comment was Michelle's. After the Halloween podcast, she just wrote, Kiefer Sutherland. It's like, yes.
Yeah. Fuck the both of you.
Dude, you got to embrace it, bro.
Dude, I still remember when we were at the fucking Sutherland's and you're picking up that mattress, and that woman was just like, you look like someone.
Wait. You were at Sutherland's picking up a mattress, and a lady told you that you looked like a Sutherland.
No.
That's so bizarre.
First of all, spelled differently. Sutherland. Not Sutherland. Southern land.
Yeah, but when you're in the West, like, you say it all the same.
You
Sutherland.
look like somebody. You look really familiar. Then your dumbass sticks your head around the fucking corner. It's like, it's Kiefer Sutherland. That's right. That's it. I'm like, you cocks.
Dude, she knew. She just couldn't put her finger on it. You just got it. Sometimes you got to give them the push, you know?
Yeah.
The push that they need.
I appreciate the help.
Dude, if I look like a celebrity, bro, I would fucking endorse it 100%.
Dude, I remember I was at Dragon Wall eating. I had my cowboy hat on, full shit kicker mode, and some guy was like, you look like that one dude off Young Guns. I was like, Charlie Sheen? He's like, no. Emilio Estevez? No, that ain't it.
What was that? What?
Lou Diamond Phillips?
Oh, the Cowboy Way. You look like Sutherland from the Cowboy Way.
Right? He's like, oh, wait, no, Kiefer Sutherland. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Dude, it's not a bad thing, man. Kiefer is one of the fucking greatest actors of his generation.
No, he's got some solid hits out.
The guy is a fucking handsome devil. He's super smart and fucking incredibly crazy. Dude, did you see that video a couple years ago where he was super drunk? I mean, this is like just a couple years ago, Kiefer. That guy's like in his 50s. And he tackled a Christmas tree at a party.
No, I didn't see that.
Dude, Kiefer's wild, bro. Like, it's an honor to be looking like that fool. That fool is wild, dude. He's on top of his shit.
Yeah, he's there's worse things I could be called, I guess.
Dude, you could look like fucking Joaquin Phoenix. Like the Ring of Fire.
Burn.
Oh, I fucking hate Joaquin Phoenix. Oh, I fucking hate that guy. I don't know what it is about him.
Did you watch The Joker?
I did.
How do you do?
I didn't mind it, but I just don't like the person, Joaquin Phoenix. His acting's okay. I don't think he's great. I think he tries way too fucking hard to be a method actor.
Yeah.
Like, who's the greatest method actor of all fucking time?
Gary Oldman.
No. Last of the Mohicans.
I don't fucking know.
What do you don't know who's the star of Last of the Mohicans?
I don't know his name.
He was in Gangs of New York. There Will Be Blood. I can't remember his name. He's like the greatest method actor of all time.
Wait, he was in Last of the Mohicans?
He was the main guy. He was the white guy.
Holy shit. Yeah, I guess so. Age-wise, yeah.
Yeah. That dude is the greatest method actor of all time.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
He comes in, he does a movie, and then he disappears into nowhere. Nobody knows where he's at.
Yeah.
He's gone. And then people are like, we need you for this really good movie. So he comes in, he does it, he's amazing, and then he just disappears. You never hear about him. He's never at awards. I'm sure the guy's won fucking Emmys and Grammys, but he's never there to get them because he don't care. He does it for fun.
I don't think, like I go back to it, man. I don't think Gary Oldman gets enough credit.
Oh,
that guy,
Gary Oldman's the greatest actor of our generation.
Dude, that guy, any role he does, complete transformation to that part.
Absolutely. The guy's
fucking
a straight up chameleon.
Like, you don't even know that that's the same guy from another movie.
No, you're like, who the fuck? That's Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman's in this?
Didn't it start? It started in like what was it? Fifth Element,
dude. Fifth Element. Bram Stoker's Dracula with Keanu Reeves.
But I think the Fifth Element was the first one I ever saw him in. Where in the next movie I was like, oh, I've seen that guy.
Yeah,
like I know who that is. He's a good fucking actor,
dude.
man.
He was in Hannibal,
Yeah.
the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah. The guy's in everything, dude. The Batmans.
Yeah, dude, he is in everything. He's the white Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, he is.
He's in everything.
Or he's just the other Nicolas Cage, but he's in good movies.
Right. His agent's a little pickier. A little pickier.
Oh man, who's that other fucking actor? To me, he's like another Gary Oldman. Oh, God damn it, dude. My mind just went blank. He's like one of my favorite fucking actors, and I can't remember his name. He was in Mr. Right. He was in Mr. Right. He's in The Seven Psychopaths.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. He's an extremely underrated actor.
Dude,
he was also in the Green Mile.
Yes. I think that was like one of his very first movies.
Yeah, no, I know who you're talking about. Charlie
God
Sheen,
damn it.
Green Mile, Mr. Right.
Dude, Mr. Right is one of the best fucking movies.
Dude, Mr. Right is the shit.
Dude, it's one of the best movies I've ever seen. I'm telling you, man, that's the one movie lately that I've watched that I went, fuck, I wish I didn't watch that because I want to see it again for the first time.
Yeah, I've watched it a dozen times. It's good shit.
It was so fucking good. Oh, dude. Sam Rockwell. Sam fucking Rockwell is in my opinion, he's one of my favorite actors. That guy has charisma and he just has a way in movies. And he's not like a chameleon. Like, he doesn't play all these crazy roles where he changes himself. No. He's usually himself in movies, but man, he's just got a way about him and the way he talks. He captivates me every time I see him. I'm like, fuck, I love this guy, dude. This guy is such a good fucking actor. I wish I could and these guys, they're like,
dude, I wish I had his charisma.
Yeah. Oh, dude, especially in Mr. Right. He is so fucking genuinely good in that movie.
Dude, yeah. I wish I had his charisma in that movie. Dear God.
He's fucking hilarious, man. I love that guy. I think Sam Rockwell's, I think he'll be one of the greats in the future, for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely been slept on.
Him, Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's definitely skyrocketing to the top. That dude's...
Yeah.
He's definitely...
And see, sometimes you see an actor, you're like, man, this guy's a really good actor. He's got potential, and then you never see them again in anything. And you're like, it was wasted. And then you see them in some other 2-bit shit, and you're like, it's not the same.
Like they went to Broadway or some shit. It's like, dude, why?
Well, like Clive Owen. I thought Clive Owen had a bright future after he did King Arthur.
Dude, but he's doing like fucking B-rated shit, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, he took on like really serious drama roles. It's like, no, dude. Like, I mean, you can't tell him personally because it's just what you prefer, but I really liked him in an action role.
Yeah. Dude, the King Arthur he had in King Arthur, I thought was fucking phenomenal. I thought he did great in that movie.
Dude, Skarsgård did amazing in that movie, bro. That guy made me fall in love with Vikings. Now, he's a Saxon, but he's still a Viking. Man, dude, just that fucking scene where he's talking to his son, and his son was like fucking back talking him, and he was just like so calm and cool and collected. And he's like, hold your tongue, boy. Because the next time you speak to me like that, or something like, as long as I have breath in my lungs, I'm still king. And if you ever talk to me like that again in front of my men, I'll cut your fucking tongue off. And his son was just like, oh shit. But he was just so cool, calm, and collect. Like his eyes looked like he was falling asleep when he was saying it. But it was so
if you want to challenge me, you better have a sword in your hand.
Yeah. If you ever,
dude, he was talking about that movie, and he was like, you got all these people doing these sword fights, and I'm having to do all these like fast sword fight battles. I smoke 3 packs a day. I'm not doing this shit.
Dude, not only is that guy a fucking legend of his era for actors, but he gave a birth to children that are just phenomenal. Dude, they're crazy, man. You see Skarsgårds in everything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Pennywise, Skarsgård, fucking Vikings, Floki, Skarsgård. Like, dude, those guys are everywhere, man. Oh, and they're the old Scandinavians. Like they're of Scandinavian descent. So like I was watching.
That's a little fucking obvious.
I was watching tons of shit like tons of interviews and shit, and they were like for the Vikings TV show, and they were like, who's the most like their character? And they're like, oh, Skarsgård for sure. Yeah, yeah. That guy's full Scandinavian. Like he believes in all this shit. Like this is him.
Right.
like he didn't get this role. This was his role. Like this is him. Like
Right.
not all freaking weird and like Floki, but these are his people, so he gets it immediately. He just understands.
Yeah, about the second month into filming, someone had to tell him we were actually acting. He just thought this was like a new group he moved into.
Yeah,
man. Like nobody
this guy was literally killing the animals on set for sacrifices.
Right? Like PETA is going ape shit right now.
This dude is covering himself with blood, worshiping the gods. It's like, dude, this is just a movie.
Dude, I just want to throw this out right now. I've hunted majority of my youth, and even some when I'm not supposed to. I still have not killed as many animals as PETA.
Nope. I'll tell you what was
Just
a
saying.
family tradition in my house. Every animal you kill, all of us chew. That's just like, I don't know. It got to be an Osborne thing. Me, my brother, well, everybody who hunts chews, except for my mom, but she doesn't really hunt that much. So we do what we call a blood dip, and it's kind of a ritual.
Yeah.
Once you gut your animal, you got blood all over your fucking hands. If you gut shot it, that's your fucking fault. You're going to have some shit on your hands. But every time you shoot an animal, you spit your dip out if you have one in, and you take a blood dip.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just tradition in the Osborne house. And even if you didn't shoot it and you drug it or you gutted it, because my old man, in his older years, he's like, I ain't gutting that shit. If my older brother's there, my older brother will gut it. I'm always the guy who drags it. He buys the beer, I drag his deer. That's the deal,
Yeah.
But that's a tradition in the Osborne household is blood dips. We do blood
See,
dips.
what we did was you had to drink a little bit of the blood from the animal. Dip your
That's
small
how you
fucking
get
tin cup.
parasites, Troy.
Dude, look at me. I'm I'm fine.
You got some blood on your beard.
Okay, so you've seen me throw up blood before. That has nothing to do with this. That's the ulcer.
Right. The ulcer.
Right? That's not Jerry. That's my tapeworm. And he needs to step his fucking game up, man.
Right? Gaining some weight again. Fuck.
I know.
What happened, bro? You're getting too used to that
The
heat.
new schedule, man. It's like fucking impossible.
You're just getting too used to the heat. Your
Right?
body's acclimating to it. So now it's like, we can gain weight again.
Right, we're good.
What are you up to?
No, but Michelle wants to go hunt next year. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. She's like, are you going to make me like eat the heart or I go, yes, you will have to do something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you eat the heart. But if you hunt with me, your first kill, you have to at least drink a little bit of the blood.
You know what my dad told me?
What?
It was a family joke. He got my brother on it, and then he got me on it because, every dad has that dad look when he's not fucking playing. He's being dead serious.
Yeah.
And when he gives you the look of, I'm fucking serious, you know that your next words need to be on eggshells.
Yeah.
Because once the look hits, it's like, okay, either I bow down to what he's saying or I back talk and he puts me in the ground right here in the fucking prairie. So when I shot my first deer, my dad was like, you need to get up there fast. He's very serious. You need to get up there quick. And I'm like, okay, why? And he's like, well, you need to, you got to get the dying quivers. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you got to get them dying quivers. And he was like, dead serious. My dad he jokes, but his joking to his own kids is like, he's so fucking serious. And we know his seriousness to where when he's that real, it's like, if you it's game over if you don't do what he's telling you. So he's like, you need to go up there and fuck that deer. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's still warm. That's your first kill. You got to go up there and fuck it while it's quivering. It's called the dying quivers. And I was like, are you serious? So one time I wish my mom was out there to be like, no.
So there I was, fucking this deer.
Yeah, and then he's like, I was like, no, I thought he was joking. I was like, no, what? And he just like looked at me and he's like, I'm fucking serious. You need to get them dying quivers. And I looked at my older brother and he's like, we all do it. I was just like, oh shit, this is real, man. This is some bad Billy shit, dude. Oh, so I was fucking the deer, right? And then they were, I'm just kidding, you sick fuck. No, that's real shit though, dude. He told me that. I was just like, are you fucking like, dude? I was like about to cry, man. I was like, I want to fuck a deer. Girlfriend.
I don't want to do it.
Oh,
Crying as you thrust into the meat.
When the first, we got deer camp and then we got elk camp. Two different. Oh, yeah. So in elk camp, the way that you're woken up every morning when you're a kid, because you're not going to wake up when your dad wakes up because he's up fucking before sun, is he just unloads his pistol right next to your tent. Like that's how he wakes you up. And the tradition in my house is we're all hat wearers. We love hats. That's our thing. It always has been our thing.
Always wear a hat.
Always wear a hat, and whatever hat you're wearing, is your favorite hat. And my dad would steal my hat and then shoot it. He'd just put holes all over it. So in high school, I had a Jack Daniels ball cap that had fucking bullet holes all over it from elk camp. He's like, that's tradition, man. And if you wore a cowboy hat, well, that's your fault, man. Shouldn't wear a cap. I think my brother did that. I think my brother had like a $300 cowboy hat and he wore it to elk camp. And my dad's like, it's tradition. I was like, you dumbass.
Check out my new Stetson.
Yeah, I wore a shitty ass Jack Daniels, and it was my favorite hat. But it was cool because a bullet caught, like the holes in the top weren't bad, but a bullet like caught the bill and just ripped it up. It didn't fuck the bill up. So it just made a tear mark so you could see where the bullet had hit and just went up. It was cool as fuck. I was so proud of that hat. I was like, fuck yeah, man. This is my elk hunting hat.
I never did go elk hunting while I was up there that whole time.
Yeah. Elk hunting sucks, man. It's cold as fuck. It's windy.
Right. I never went ice fishing either, though.
It's the same. Cold as
fuck. Well, yeah, it's fucking ice fishing. Of course it's cold as fuck.
I went ice fishing with Pop and Biggie, and I fell through the fucking ice, and that was miserable. That was fucking terribly cold and miserable. And I just wanted to get in the fucking truck and warm up, and they were just like, "We're being a bitch. Come on, we're fishing." I'm like, dude, I fell through the ice. I'm so cold.
People die. You ever watched a movie?
Well, I did. I fell up to like my knees, so it was like it was at the shoreline. I just fell through, so my feet got wet. So I was like, oh man, I don't want to get frostbite on my toes. And that's why my, toes would go numb for a year at a time during the oil field seasons. I'm telling you, man, when I went in the oil field, there was like 8 months where I couldn't feel a few of my toes.
Oh, I believe it.
Like until spring or summer hit and it actually got really warm. I couldn't feel my toes at all. And
Dude, I remember being out in the sand yard, man. Parts of the fucking trailer were like iced over on the floor. Like you'd be slipping and shit trying to get to something you need.
Yep. No, it's definitely different winters in Wyoming.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I moved here. I'm like, man, this ain't so bad. It hasn't even snowed here yet.
Dude, they were talking about that next door the other night on Thanksgiving about, man, I wouldn't mind living up there because I really like the snow. I'm like, you fucking say that.
Yeah, you say that.
You fucking say that until it doesn't stop.
Well, it's not even the snow that's so bad.
No.
Because when it snows here, when it snows here, I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful. When it snows in Wyoming, as it's snowing, it's nice. And then the second the snow stops, 75-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah. Dude, I had to drive with the driver's side door open just to find the yellow line because of the snow blinds.
Dude, this is a huge misconception of Wyoming roads. Everybody's like, oh, there's always terrible wrecks in Wyoming because of the snow. I'm like, it's not because of the snow. It's because of the ground blizzards that happen after it snows. That's what gets you in a fucking wreck.
Yeah, you can't see the fucking roads.
When it's snowing, it's the calmest it is all year. As the snow is falling, it's a movie. Like the snowflakes are just falling to the ground so beautifully. You're like, oh my God, it's so gorgeous. The snow it's so fluffy.
It's so
as soon as that snow stops, that wind pushes that storm out, and the wind just comes right in, and it's ground blizzards. You can't see anything.
Not a fucking
you
thing.
can't see nothing. It's not snowing, but the fucking snow's moving. It's like what I would imagine the deserts in Iraq are. Like when a fucking storm hits, it's just sand fucking storms all day, but it's all snow. And they don't plow roads. They don't plow roads.
Michelle's been watching that fucking Longmire.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, yeah, this is based in Wyoming. I'm like,
it's
none of their hair is moving.
Yeah, filmed in Canada, I think.
New Mexico. I looked it up.
Oh, okay, there you go. Well, I guess they got the most prairie.
Yeah, and she was watching. I go, a lot of people say Wyoming looks just like New Mexico. And she's like, shut up.
It's so true. Yeah.
Why do I want to watch a TV show about a drunk sheriff pissing off people on the res? I lived up there.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, no. Dude, and I tell you what, you can tell the difference between people that live in Wyoming who, and by the way, when I say they lived in Wyoming, I mean they had nice families, money, and things of that nature, and people who lived in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Because, like, on the show, there's all this crime on the res and shit like that. And I go, they're not playing that up.
No, the res is a crime-filled place.
I was like, if Wyoming included the res crime stats on their stats, they'd be pushing on Chicago for murder.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so bad, man.
And she was like, really? I was like, how? You've lived there your whole life. I lived there for like, what, 9 years? Something like that?
Yeah. In and out.
In and out. That last stint, though, that last stint was a long time. That was like 2008 to 2015. So
yeah, that was
almost 8 years.
You were there for 2 years the first time.
Yeah. Then bounced, gone for a couple of years.
Well, you bounced when you were a senior and I was a freshman.
Yeah, I bounced in the end of 2003, beginning in 2004.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I was definitely a freshman because I would have graduated in 07, but I dropped out. And then I met up with you again.
2008.
Probably 08.
Yeah, 08.
Yeah.
Because I moved into the apartments in 08 and started working at Loaf and Jug.
And then I just so happened to be living 4 apartments down from you with Mikey.
Yes, sir. We're like a Hallmark Christmas movie.
We are, man. Our souls just found each other. But you recognized me before I recognized you.
Well, yeah, because you grew. I wasn't even sure who the fuck you were.
Glasses. You had contacts at the time, and you were bald. When you moved away, you were like 7 inches taller than me. You had red hair down to here. You always wore basketball jerseys, a gigantic Superman emblem necklace. Like you were like a basketball fucking ginger, and you had no facial hair. When you moved back,
I still got that emblem.
When you moved back, we were the same height. You were bald, like fucking bald.
Yeah, I was
no
like
glasses.
Bald.
And you were like, Cody? And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Then I'm like, Troy? And then you're like,
reunited, and it feels so good.
Like, I live right there. I was like, I live right there. And then, I just started showing up at your house, breaking in and eating all your food.
Yeah. Like your door sticks, it was locked.
Well, Troy's got a job. I sell weed. So,
right? That motherfucker's got dino nuggets in his fridge right now.
Yeah. I sell weed to pay rent. You were working for real food. So I was like, I'm going to Troy's house.
I'm going to eat this shit. Fuck this guy.
Because we all know Johnny and Kyle's house ain't got no food.
Right. Yeah, I remember one time Laura Lee was like, what are they doing out in the living room? I'm like, I opened up the door. Like, oh, they're doing a jump in on a gang. It's cool. Go back to sleep.
Now you're gonna go back to sleep. It's fine.
Right, I think they're doing a penny pickup. Yeah,
Steve's in a bunny suit for some reason.
Yeah, go back to sleep. You're cool. Just all nonchalant. Like, yeah, it's whatever. It's a gang thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, those were the fucking good old days, man. Fuck, dude. I can't believe that shit was 10 plus years ago. That's crazy.
Right? A lot's changed in that time frame.
Fuck yeah, I grew a beard.
We're family men now.
Yeah, I used to have just a mustache.
Right?
And you used to have nothing.
I used to just be bald.
Bald face, baby face Troy.
Right? Doing cartwheels and cheerleading skirts.
Yeah, I still fap to that. I don't care.
Right? Like, yeah, that's in there.
Fuck the haters. I'll fap to it.
Hey, you gotta admit, man, when I did that twirl.
Yeah, I call it the octopus twirl with an extra leg.
Yep. That was good shit right there.
What's that pink leg? Oh god! Oh god! Oh!
Ah! It's looking at me.
I didn't know the ink was white.
Yeah. You made me ink myself.
Oh, that was way before kids. Thank God.
Dude, man, that was back when Shapri was living with me too.
Yeah, that was fucking hella back in the day, dude.
Yeah. And Robbie Kleiner was over all the time. God, that guy had a fucking meat rocket on him. Dear God.
Dude, ain't none of our friends had a fucking lap rocket like that, dude.
And he was skin and bones.
Dude.
He came out of the bedroom once wearing like one of her thongs, and it looked like someone stuffed a squirrel in a little bitty knothole on a sapling.
Dude, but he was also like 6'6".
Yeah, he was a tall motherfucker.
He was a big fucking dude. But yeah, that guy. As a man who showered with that guy once, because we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment and there was like 7 of us. We showered together sometimes, people. It wasn't a gay thing. It was a water conservation thing.
It was we got to be somewhere thing.
Yeah, it was like, I have to shower too, man. Like, scoot over.
Yeah, when I went to prison, you worried about the group showers? Nah.
No. No.
The group shower should be worried about me.
Yeah, no, I'm not stuck in here, or you're not stuck. I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
Yeah, I'm not Johnson and Johnson. I will leave you with tears in the shower.
Tears on me. Oh man, those
guards would get so mad at me for singing "It's Raining Men" in the middle of the fucking shower bay with like 20 other guys around. Like everyone's all trying to be hard and gangster. Like I'm just like, "It's raining men, hallelujah! It's raining men." Bro, like, turn it off. Like, oh shit.
It's my jam. Shut up.
Right? Like I tell people, you ain't got to be the toughest guy. But you can be the weirdest one.
You can't be. Even the serial killers are like, bro, that guy, fuck.
Whole nother level, man. That guy's fucking weird.
Like, I skin people, but that guy, holy shit, dude. That dude should write a book.
Right? He's kind of creeping me out a bit right now. I'm not going to lie.
You should get a book deal, that guy. What'd you do to get in here? Unpaid parking tickets? What the fuck?
I got one guy. I got his ass fucking beat. I felt real bad about it, but not bad enough to admit that it was my fault.
Of course.
Because it was a bad beat. But we were sitting at the table and, there's people doing laps around the pod.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I just let go of this silent but deadly motherfucker.
Oh, by the way, hold on. By the way, if you're ever in county jail.
Yes.
And you see a guy walking around with his mug in his hand. Don't fuck with that guy. Whether he's big, small, ugly, tall, whatever. I guarantee you, because I know this little jail trick, thanks to my boy Kyle Pacheco, gave me this little insight so that next time I went into jail, I did this for a short stint, was these guys who walk around with their mugs in their hand, those mugs are not filled with liquid. Those mugs are filled with paper mache. If you let paper mache dry and you pack your mug full of it, basically that guy's holding a brick of concrete in his hand.
Yep.
If you fuck with that guy, he will smoke you in the face with that brick of concrete of a mug he has, and it will end you. So Anybody who ends up in jail, if you see guys walking around the pod with a fucking mug in their hand, leave them the fuck alone. Because that dude is carrying a weapon.
Right? And they always pretend sip from it while they're walking.
They do. And it's not real. And I will tell you this much. What I say is true. Casper's jail is way different than most. I know this because I met a lot of people from a lot of other states, and they said,
dude,
Casper's jail is prison. They enjoy going to prison more than the jail because the jail is
real fucking talk.
Yeah, the jail is fucking crazy. I was only
I've been in
once because I was always put in 23-hour lockdown for something because I was a violent offender.
Because you're a violent motherfucker.
Doesn't make sense to me because I never once ever got in a fight in jail, nor have I ever fought a cop. But there was something that had to do with like assault with deadly weapons charges and shit in the past, and they're like, you're a violent offender. But I did get put in the pod once because of my boy worked as a sheriff there, George Mills, old fucking George from Evansville.
Yeah,
he threw me in the pod. I got to see all my old homies. I'm like, what's up, bitches? What's up, fools? Ah! I was so excited. I was only in there for like 3 days, but I got to see everybody, so that was cool. It was better than 23-hour fucking lockdown. Where
dude, 23-1 fucking blows.
Dude, and all those motherfuckers are ready to kill people.
Yeah.
Dude,
was that K or J? Was that K or J pod?
A K. For
K
sure,
pod,
K.
yeah.
And the only time you could come out was to eat, and that was basically to grab your tray and go back to your cell. And then you could eat it, and then you could go back out and drop it back off. Every fucking time I did that, every fucking guy in there was like just looking to kill like to fucking fight one of the. It's like, dude, we're already.
Dude, K-Pod was no joke, man. Everybody in there was ready to throw down.
Like we're already in 23-1, man. Like just fucking chill out, dude. Like I'm just dropping my tray off. Like I dropped my tray off one time, and the dude who was, the trustee. Yeah. He's like, drop your tray slower next time. And I was just like, man, fuck you, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, I just dropped it off, man. Like, chill the fuck out.
Nobody likes the trustees. Nobody respects the trustees.
That's because they're snitches. They're fucking
They
rats.
are. That's how they get that fucking job.
They got to be a trustee somehow, and they're because they're snitches. I saw Shorty in there, too, man. You remember Shorty?
Yeah.
Always getting stabbed in Pueblo, Shorty?
Yeah.
He didn't have his glasses, so he couldn't see. And I saw him as I was getting transported. I was like, what's up, Shorty? And he's like, looking around at me all squinty-eyed. He's like, who's that? Who's that? I was like, it's Cody, Shorty. He's like, who the fuck is Cody? Never mind.
Oh, that's good, man.
Oh, I love that guy.
But, dude, you're not wrong, man. NCDC, because I'm not sure if you know this about the old T-Roy, but I've been locked up in a few places.
Yeah, there's a couple.
I've stayed at a few correctional facilities in my day in different states.
Hey, nothing to brag about.
Nothing to brag about.
Fucking sucks.
Right?
Jail sucks so bad.
The only reason I'm doing it is because I'm writing a travel vlog. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Jail sucks,
guys. NCDC was, when I was in prison, I had to get transferred back to Casper for some more charges that got brought up. Because remember, I was on probation at the time.
Yep.
So I got sent back to Casper from prison to jail. And after like my first night in jail at NCDC, I was like, God, I cannot wait to go back to prison. I miss fucking, and dude, and these young Thundercat motherfuckers that are there, they're like, what? I'm like, dude, no, seriously, man. This place fucking sucks.
Yeah. Wait till you get to prison.
like, what did you have? Okay, what'd you have for breakfast today? We had a hard-boiled egg and some oatmeal. I'm like, yeah. You know what I had for breakfast before they put me on that fucking bus to ship me here? I had an omelet. Fucking with the works.
Yeah, made by my homie Juan in the kitchen. Right? Hooked me up with extra cheese.
Dude, lunchtime, double bacon cheeseburger with tater tots.
Yeah.
Dinner, fried fish. Okay?
With the tartar sauce.
With the tartar sauce.
That may or may not have been jizzed in. I'm not for sure. I ate it, though.
That's why you make friends with the people in the kitchen.
Yes.
And that's why I'm glad I worked kitchen detail.
Let me just say this. I've told people this, and they didn't believe it. In NCDC, if you push another inmate, they consider that fighting. Automatic 6 months. Automatic. There's zero tolerance for any sort of fighting. If you push another inmate, 6 months automatically attached to you. It doesn't matter if you're in there because you were drunk in public, whatever, which is a in and out. There's no felony for drunk in public, whatever. If you push another inmate, guaranteed 6 months immediately. It's like,
I think my longest
holy shit.
I think my longest stint at Natrona County Detention Center was like 3.5 months. I think that was my longest stint there.
Before you got transferred to prison?
Yeah, before I got sent back, because I was in Laramie County for like a year. Yeah. I was in Laramie County detention for like a fucking year. And then I went to prison.
When Butters earned his rep body boxing?
Oh my God. Body boxing.
I got so many fights, bro. Like a bro, I got my ass kicked more times than fights you've actually been in.
Dude, he would not have survived in prison. I still stand by what I fucking did.
I know, you did a good job, man. I still stand by it, dude. Butters is an innocent bystander. He's not innocent, but...
No, he knew everything that was happening, but I couldn't let him go in there.
I still, because you're my best friend, I still do find it a little squirrely in my blood that he fucking hates you because of it for some reason. It's like, bro, you got let out of jail and Troy went to prison for you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand the quarrel here. Like, Troy didn't do anything. He was chilling. You did it, and he took the blame, which means that he is the opposite of a rat. He took the rap for you, and you got to go home while he spent 2 years in the pen, which you would have been butt raped and fucking made somebody's bitch.
Yeah, it would not have gone well for him.
No. Like, I don't care how many body boxing fights you get into in county.
We did not body box in prison.
Yeah, they don't body box you, and they check you on the first day.
Yeah, no, we did not body box in prison. No. You fought or you got fucked. Plain and simple.
And did they do your paper check on your first day?
Oh, yeah.
Your cell sent somebody in there to fight you to see if you were a bitch or...
Yep. Yeah, I'll never forget that because I was sitting on my bunk. Two guys came up to my door. Came up to my cell door and they're like, hey, slide your paperwork under. I'm like, what? Slide your paperwork under. I was like, all right, hold on. I stood up, walked over, and I pushed the button. Guard was like, yeah, go. Open the door. He clicked it. I opened it up. I went and laid back down on the bunk, and I put my paper right on the table, right next to my bunk. I go, it's right there. You can come in and get it. And I just kept reading my fucking magazine. I was like, there it is. And they didn't come in. They're like, all right.
Yeah, you want in? Step in my fucking realm, bitch.
Right? Come into my fucking house, son. I've been waiting for this motherfucking day.
I'm an American and I believe in intruders. So come into my house and see if you get shot with the fist.
You know what foreskin tastes like? You're going to.
Don't taste like a condom.
Right? Tell you what, it's going to taste like your buddy's ass.
Oh, shit.
Your foreskin tastes like shit.
Duh.
Right? Your dick looks like it's got a dip in its lip.
That's your buddy's poop.
That's your poop.
Oh. Dude, I gotta tell you, man, there ain't no other fucking podcast talking about shit like this.
There ain't nobody talking about this shit.
Nobody's fucking
Buy a fucking ears.
You find me a podcast that talks about shit like this, you fucking comment in the fucking comments. I'll watch that shit because ain't nobody talking about shit like we're talking about.
Nope.
All right, our last episode, the Starfishers, nobody's talking about licking buttholes like that. Ain't nobody talking about that.
And we're not even drunk yet.
That's two drunk bros shit right there. You ain't gonna find this shit anywhere else. Tell your friends, watch our fucking podcast. Tell your friends.
Right?
People on this shit.
Tell your friends, tell your family.
Yeah, because until we start, doing something with this podcast, man, I merch is far from here. I got a family, dude. I'm in recession.
Right? Question.
Mm-hmm.
If I made a Two Drunk Bro fanny pack, would you wear it?
Of course I would. You know I would.
I know,
put
but
my
I know you
tater
hate fanny
tots in it.
packs. Tater tots.
Yeah,
Tater
damn right
tots
I'd put
fanny
my
pack.
tater. I'd wear it to work. I'd put my tater tots in my fucking my Slim Jims in it.
It'll say Two Drunk Bros on the flap, and on the side it'll say Tater Tot Dispensary Unit.
Yeah, and Slim Jims.
And Slim Jims. Gotta
Tater
have
tots
Slim
and
Jims.
Slim Jims, dude. That's the only things that go in a fanny pack. I'll tell you that much right now. Unless
Dude.
unless you're in a different country, then you can put your money and your goods in there, but you better have tater tots on top of it.
Yeah. I tell you what, every time I go on a long road trip, I buy a shit ton of Monsters, Surge, and Slim Jims.
Yeah. Dude, you know how the best way to eat a Slim Jim? My uncle showed me this during hunting season. You throw your Slim Jims on your dash and turn the heat up.
Let them cook.
Dude, when them Slim Jims gets hot, it gets all that oil out of it. Oh, dude, there ain't nothing better than a smoking hot Slim Jim.
Yeah, that's why I always have to take a massive shit whenever I get where I'm going, because I've eaten nothing but Slim Jims and energy drinks.
Dude, I've been drinking a lot of Monsters lately in the morning. I took a piss on the truck the other day. Bro, my piss looked like orange juice. It was that thick. It was like I couldn't see through it. I was like, ooh.
Right?
Ooh, I need to drink
It had
water.
pulp.
I need to drink water, man. Something's not right here. I've never seen my piss look like orange juice before.
Dude,
It had
I'm
pulp
pretty
in
sure
it,
I
for
could
sure.
piss in a bottle and sell it as an energy drink.
Well, the last couple of days I've been drinking tons of water to begin with because I'm like,
Right? Yeah,
got
I
two
haven't been
energy
drinking my
drinks.
usual amount of Monsters because it's been my days off. I have like maybe one,
Yeah.
but like I remember we had a safety meeting at my previous job, Boyd. We would do safety eval meetings like every month, every first Wednesday of the month.
Yep.
They were talking about, this one was talking about staying hydrated.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, there was a guy, like the guy giving the meeting, who was like, there was this young man who drank 4 Monsters and died of a heart attack. And everybody just turns and looks at me. I was like, that guy was a bitch.
I've already had 2 heart attacks and didn't
I
die.
already had 2 heart attacks, a stroke. I'm still fucking standing. And I've had 5 Monsters before lunch.
Looks like somebody's heart beats a little stronger.
Right? That guy was like, that's what I said. They're all looking at me. I was like, that guy was a bitch because I've already had that many.
I've had that plus 1, bitch. What? What?
Right?
And
I
that was
pour
all day.
Monsters in the back of my Keurig when I make coffee. I can taste sound.
Yeah, I don't use water in my coffee. I use Monster. And it filters through that caffeine, and I fucking drink it.
I don't put sugar in my coffee. I mix it with anthrax.
That's right. It's Colombian Monster.
You know, somebody sent that General Mathis, or Mad Dog, as a lot of people call him. Somebody sent him an envelope of anthrax like 5 years ago.
When anthrax was big.
Yeah. And I'm like, really? That guy? That's the guy you're sending anthrax to? He probably did put that shit in his coffee.
Hmm.
Dude, he has one of the greatest lines I've ever fucking heard. And it was, always have a knife on you in case you have to kill someone. Or if there's cheesecake.
Can't argue with that, dude. That
No, the man's...
actually makes-
Dude, so I always carry a blade because I love cheesecake.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Right? Or if there's cheesecake.
If you really have to kill somebody, or there's cheesecake. I mean, there might be cake.
Right? No, there might be cheesecake. In case you have to kill someone. Or cheesecake. Oh, man. Fucking Mad Dog.
That will go down in the history books.
Right?
Oh.
I need to refill my mug.
Oh, that was a good burp. Look how good my beard's looking nowadays, bro.
Now that I got that mini fridge in the garage.
Dude, imagine how good my beard's going to look when it goes gray.
Did you have a magnificent beard?
It's going to be amazing.
You know whose beard pisses me off? Ryan Roth.
Dude, that guy's always had an amazing beard.
And the fact is that he grows it so fucking fast. I hate him.
This is what I've noticed.
But he's beautiful.
Men like me and you, we have bald spots right here.
Yeah.
This is just an observation of a bearded man to another bearded man. This is the observations that I've actually made on other bearded men. People who grow full beard hair all the way. See, we got bald spots there.
Yeah, we got the bald right
To
here.
me, that makes us weaker of a beard grower. Everybody I've ever met, Ryan Roth was the first one I noticed this on. He grows a full beard underneath his lip. It's full. There's no bald spots. It's a strong beard. Strong. That guy can grow a beard in like a day. It's fucking stupid how fast he can grow a beard.
I fucking hate him. But he's so beautiful, and I love him.
Dude, he is.
And he smells great.
He's like one of the fucking kindest guys on the planet.
Oh, dude, he's
like,
a sweetheart.
He's
an amazing guy.
Dude, Ryan Roth to me is like the masculine version of Sterling. Like, dude, he's just like the sweetest.
Like if Sterling was a man.
No, like, dude, Sterling can grow a fucking mustache, man.
Oh yeah, Sterling grows a hell of a mustache, man. He can grow a wide mustache.
But Sterling also
like
has the beard of us.
Yeah, he has our beard.
He's bald on the sides. That I just pointed out. He's got no hair here. But I mean, come on, dude. Ryan is like the spitting image of what you think like a logger would look like if he was a model. You know what I'm saying? Like Ryan is fucking built as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't think that guy's ever worked out in a day, but he's got fucking muscle. He's just a built little stocky fucker, and he's beautiful, and he's just the kindest fucking soul on the planet, man. Like, I have never even seen Ryan get mad. That guy is just... Even when me and Johnny were fist fighting in the backyard, he was just...
No, he was more concerned than mad.
I know. When he was talking to you, he was just like, wait, what? Are these guys okay?
I'm like, it's okay. They do this. Ignore them. This is their thing. This is what they do.
And he was just... He wasn't even upset that we were fighting in his backyard. He was just concerned. He's like, are they going to be okay? And you're like, yeah, they're fine. This is them, dude. Don't worry about it. Forget
this is what they do. This is their thing.
Forget them. They'll be fine in 5 minutes. They'll get over it. Yeah, dude, he's just like, even when I knocked Riley out, he was just so concerned over that. He was just like, why'd you knock him out? I'm like, dude, he fucking attacked me. You saw it, bro. And he's like, you didn't have to do that. I was like, I did, man. He attacked me. Like, what the fuck you want me to do? Like, I'm defending myself. He's like, but you didn't have to, man. Like, Brian, you just don't get it, bro. You're just not that guy. You're so peaceful and so calm and cool and collected all the time.
He's a great guy.
Like, I can't even tell you how many times I've almost fought at his house, and he's just came out and was just like the soothing voice of calm. Like, dude, there's been multiple times at his house, and I think this is why I thought Ryan hated me. Because I used to be very aggressive. You know that. Like, it didn't take much. It didn't take much to push me. But because I love Ryan and I totally respected Ryan, when I was at his house, I always tried to, like, hold back. Like, I was very intense, but I was very reserved on actions. I was intense in intimidation because I was like, we're at Ryan's house. I fucking love this guy. I do not want to fight in his house. And I never did. I fought in his backyard against Johnny, that's fine. It's me and Johnny. We're going to do that. But I never fought anybody else. And I almost fought multiple people. But I always held it back. But Ryan was always like, hey, man, let's not do that at my house. And I'm like, you're right.
Dude, there's a couple times I almost fought people at Ryan's fucking house.
I
couldn't.
But that was probably me and Johnny's fault.
No, those ones weren't. There was like this one time I was talking to Ryan about a little bit of Wing Chun and martial arts because I know a little bit about it.
Yeah.
And this guy comes up, he's like, oh, yeah, well, I'm a sensei, and yeah. Do you even know who started this? I was like, do you? Well, I go, hold on. Get out your phone. Google it, and then come have this argument with me. Okay, you don't just come up and like try to call someone out without knowing what the fuck you're calling them out on.
Yeah.
And I almost had to get in a fight with Luke there because he got butt hurt because you said you would call me for a fight over him.
I remember that night. I love Luke.
Luke's a good guy. He just had a little too much in him that night.
You know, because you're one of them. You're a special person.
Well,
You have very unique things about you that nobody else has. T-Roy is a 1 in a million. You're not going to find a T-Roy. You want to say that your friend is like Troy, but your friend's not like Troy.
No, it's not.
Because Troy is very toned down on the podcast. You don't know Troy. Like, Troy is weird and he is fucking violent. Like, the real Troy is he's a specimen of his own. The government would study this man. He should write a book about his life, and I might. Like, but I collect weird friends because I've been a freak my whole life. So I'm very attracted to freak people. And Luke, as much as he tries to be normal, Luke is very much a freak. That guy is just, if anybody who talks to Luke for 10 minutes is going to know. That guy's he's just a weird guy. And I like weird people. I like compulsive liars, which is kind of weird. I collect them a little bit.
Right.
The friends.
He said he was a compulsive liar, but I don't believe him.
Well, but because I know they're compulsive liars, man. My brother's a compulsive liar. I grew up with these people, but I just call it story time. I know how to play it. I know how.
I love story time.
And a lot of people get super annoyed with it because they can't handle that it's a lie. But I just embrace it. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, man. Like, you tell your thing, dude. If this is what you want to, because I know growing up with one that you can never change their mind. You're gonna call them out on it, and then they're just gonna flip the script on you. But it's people like that, and Luke is definitely one like that. And he thinks that he is. Now I'm gonna give Luke his. Luke is a fucking scrapper.
Oh yeah,
I've seen this motherfucker.
There's no doubt there. Luke can handle himself.
He can fucking scrap. That boy's a fucking mean scrapper, but he ain't gonna take the T-Roy. And if I really need some backup, I'm gonna call the T-Roy because I know that from what I've seen, if I call Johnny, people might get murdered.
Yeah, Johnny will go too far.
If I call T-Roy, it's going to look like people got murdered, but Troy did it in such a way that it would just look like that. It's fine. He's good. Troy's going to walk away totally confident. I'm going to be panicking, but then he's going to say, no, dude, they're fine. Because this has happened to me before.
This is real.
I know this from experience, that Troy has done things where I'm like, I don't know if they're okay. And no, dude, they're fine.
Like, they're fucked up, but they'll live.
Yeah. After like 4 hours of therapy from Troy, he finally convinces me, no, they're good. And then no cops ever came and nobody ever said anything. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to assume they're good.
Right. We didn't see anything in the papers.
Yeah, I see nothing in the papers. They're fine. And they was right next to a hospital. I'm sure they're going to be good.
Yeah. I mean, if it's got to happen somewhere.
They had multiple friends who didn't get hurt. I'm sure they'll drag them into the hospital if need. Right across the street from the hospital is not a bad place to get fucked up.
He's fucking fine.
Yeah, but fucking poor Luke, man. That kid was always on a weird one. He was either depressed.
Well, the thing was, he wanted too much to
impress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because I was like his buddy. This is something weird with him, was that he always followed my trend. So you know that I had many different phases.
Yes, I do.
Every phase I was in, Luke was with me. Like,
yep.
I went through my shit kicker phase. Luke was there. Even up to an adult. I got into the Viking shit many, many moons ago.
Oh yeah.
Like around the time when we were beer pong with Oli. When we started doing like cosplay for Oli, that's when I really started getting into Viking stuff. I started buying Viking armor. Well, even after I moved here, I was texting Luke and he was getting, full fucking Viking tattoos all over his body. And I'm like, holy shit. Like, this dude is like in trend with me, man. Like, this dude is every step of the way. Holy shit. But I love Luke, man. He's such
Luke's good people.
Dude, he has characteristics about him. And this is what I love about these people that nobody else likes, is that I see things in them that nobody else sees.
I don't know how many times Luke would just, like, even when you guys weren't there, Luke would be crashing at my fucking apartment.
Yeah. There's like, if you can see, a lot of people only see the surface, like, oh, he's a compulsive liar, he's annoying. It's like, yeah, he is, but he's also a really good fucking dude. There's another buddy that we have that's like that.
Yeah, extreme compulsive liar, but he's a good guy.
But
He's a good friend.
One of the fucking best dudes. Like,
oh yeah,
as a person, he would never hurt anybody. He would never.
No,
he would never do anything to do anything wrong to anybody. He just likes to tell fibs. We have a lot of friends like that. You just got to see past the bullshit, and that's what I do. I'm like, okay, I realize you're a compulsive liar. That's fine. Now I'm going to look at who you are, because I have another friend who's a compulsive liar, but he's one of the best people I know, and he doesn't look like it, but he is. He's one of the fucking best dads I know. He's one of the best people I know. He just likes to make stories, and I'm like,
yeah, he does. But the guy's, I know exactly what you're talking about. He's got a great heart. He's a good, down to earth person. But
so,
I mean.
And most of those people who are like that have good hearts. They just they want to be more than they are, and it's like, you don't have to be, man.
Well, the problem is, man, I mean, a lot of those guys who are good-natured and good-hearted and all this like docile, good people, they were hanging out with people like you and me who were not good people, were not docile, and we had these stories that people don't even believe unless they were there.
Yep.
So they just they'd start telling all these outlandish fucking tales.
I'm not saying that we're like their dads, but it's like when your dad tells you a story and you're like, fuck, man, I want to live up to that. Like, I want to be as great as that. Because my dad told me crazy stories of shit he did. And I'm just like, my whole childhood was like, I want to do that. I want to relive those stories.
Oh, yeah. No, dude, 110 fucking %, man.
Yeah. But
dude, my dad told me crazy biker stories and shit like that, and nom stories and shit like that. I'm all like, oh, yes.
Right? It gets you pumped, man. It gets you
like,
hyped.
I want to do that.
The only difference
is bite a rat's head off and spit it at a guy.
The only difference is like, we either did it and people were there to see it, and so we don't have to, or we didn't do it and we're not going to lie that we did it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just so fucking happy that there was at least one person that stayed, you, with the sword incident, because nobody would have believed that, because I was just like when that guy pulled that knife out on my dad.
Yep.
I was like, I did it.
Yep, you did, and I've never done it. And my grandpa had a similar story. My grandpa died when I was really young, but my dad was there to witness my grandpa slap a guy in the face who pulled a gun on him.
Yeah.
And my dad's not a liar. My dad has never, I've watched my dad get down. My dad was the fastest, quickest scrapper on the planet. I mean, if you looked at my dad wrong, he'd fight you. So when he tells me stories, I know he's not fibbing, because he got that mentality from somebody. And that was from my grandpa, his dad, who died of cancer when I was like fucking 8 years old. I was really young. But the same thing with my dad. He said that a guy pulled a gun on my grandpa, and my grandpa just slapped, basically wide-earped his ass. Slapped him in the face.
Pull that smoke
and was like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Like, you gonna pull a gun on me in a bar? And the guy just backed down and was like, oh shit, my bad. But I've never, I don't want to try to relive that story, for one. Because in today's day and age, a motherfucker will pull the trigger. This ain't the fucking 70s. You know? But that's like one of those stories. My dad never tried to live that one up. I don't want to live that one up, but there's certain things that my dad told me where I was like, fuck, like my dad told me he choke slammed a guy. Grabbed him by the throat, whipped his legs out behind him, and fucking choke slammed him. My whole fucking high school career, I wanted to emulate that. I wanted to do that. Didn't happen until I was a fucking security guard, but it wasn't glorious. It was like a guy, I was trying to get a guy out. He wouldn't go. I grabbed him by the throat, swept his legs, and choke slammed him. Didn't even fuck him up. It just kind of woke him up a little bit from his drunkenness. And I was like, get the fuck out of the bar or I'm going to fucking hurt you. And he was just like, okay. Like, it wasn't good, but I called my dad and I was like, I choke slammed somebody. Like, I did it. Woo!
Yeah, that's something that's on my bucket list. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do. Just because we don't go to that lifestyle like we used to. We're not in those situations like we used to be. And it's probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing.
I pray for it though, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I pray for it sometimes. As a FedEx driver now, dude, people get so mad at me because I park and shit. And like, I'm a FedEx driver. I park wherever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
I park in the wrong lanes all the time. I'm sure that pisses people off, but I'm only there for 2 minutes. Like less than that. I'm in and out, baby. I'm gonzo. Give me a second. I'll be back and I'll be gone. And I pray for people to follow me. I'm like, oh God, please follow me. I
Dude.
could really use it. I haven't been in a fight in almost 8 years, dude. Like, I could
I've been
use it.
dude, it's been like 2 years now since I've been in a physical altercation.
Mhm.
And I ain't gonna lie, I salivate at the idea sometimes.
Dude. No.
Like I'll hear a girl at work talking about some piece of shit. I'm like, you want me to do something about it?
Right? You want me to be Captain Save-A-Ho?
Right? You want me to do something? Like, please. Like, is he a big guy? Tell me he's a big guy. Tell me he's a fucking monster.
Right? No, dude, it's so funny. I want to fight so bad, but at the same time, every time that I almost get into a fight, I'm so glad I didn't. It's so weird.
Right? Yeah.
Like, even when I'm like, oh, I'll kill this guy. At the end of it, if I like just walk away or whatever, I'm just like, I'm kind of glad I didn't do that. Like, but it's almost like one of those, like, it has to happen so organically that I can't not fight.
Yeah.
Like, if I have the option to back in or back out, 90% of the time, I'm probably just going to back out. Because I got a family and shit, man. I can't go to jail.
Right. And nowadays, if you get in, it's not like back when we were younger.
Yeah.
You could beat the brakes off someone and then just, go home.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everyone's got a fucking cell phone on you.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go to jail.
Yep. Yeah, they're going to catch you on camera, whether you like it or not. It's going to
Everyone's got a video on you.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to be beating the fuck out of some guy, and you're going to hear someone in the background going, "World Star!"
Yep. Well, I know the cops don't watch World Star, so it's fine.
Right, yeah.
But, yeah, unless it happens so organically that I can't stop it from happening, like I'm just pushed too far too fast, it's probably never going to happen again. Which is fine with me, because not fighting for so long makes me worry. Do I still got it?
Okay, so, like, you've met my biological father.
Yeah.
Right? And this man did not raise me. At all. So, the only thing I thought I had in common with him was my alcoholism. Like, you know what I mean?
You're not an alcoholic, Troy.
Right? Thank you.
You're a recreational drinker.
Exactly. That's why we do this. So it's bonding instead of just being alcoholics.
That's right.
But
I
he
don't
was
really
talking
drink
about
when we do this podcast anymore. Fuck, I work too much.
We got on the subject about fighting and shit. I'm not sure how we started, but my dad grew up in Coffeyville, Kansas, on the poor side of town. Like, he grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, where he was one of the few white families. So he had to fight all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
Constantly, because he was one of the few white families in that area. So he had to fight constantly.
Yeah.
And he's like, and after a while of winning all these fights, people just started challenging you to make a name. I was like, dude.
Again, a lot of that is probably me and Johnny's fault.
A lot of that is yours and Johnny's fault. Dude, you built me up so much, I didn't even get to fight anymore.
Hey, that's good, bro. Dude,
Not really. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, yeah.
Dude.
Here it fucking comes. And he'd be like, wait, you're Troy? I'm like, yeah. Like, oh, no, man, we're good. I'm like,
think about it like this. Think about it like this, though. Me and Johnny subconsciously built each other up so much. Like, you know me, I told everybody, oh, don't fucking fight Johnny, bro. He'll kill you. Like, that I fought that fool many times. He'll kill you. That's true. Johnny will fucking kill you.
Dude,
I
told people don't fuck with Johnny.
I will still say this to that day. To the day. Like,
yeah, I tell people don't fuck with Johnny. I'm like, all right, my buddy Johnny, don't fuck with him.
I have fought Johnny 30 times.
Oh,
and to this day, I would still get nervous to fight that fool because he's just so fucking unpredictable. You just don't know what he's going to do. Yeah. And the older he's getting, the fucking angrier he's getting, man. Like, he's really... when he hits 60, he's totally gonna hit his stride. No, that's his age, man. He's gonna be yelling at kids and shit. Like, that's his age, man. When he hits old, he's really gonna come into himself. He's been old since we were kids, but he's also done the same thing for me. Because we fought so many times and it's been back and forth. Like, we've beat the fuck out of each other so many times that he has pumped my status up so much to the point where most people just who are friends with Johnny and know who Johnny is. And Johnny, when Johnny says, don't fight this fool, he's fucking crazy, he'll fucking kill you. A lot of those people who knew Johnny and knew how crazy he was are going, oh, fuck, dude, I know how crazy. Like, Johnny pulls stilettos, brass knuckles. Like, this fool will kill you. If he's saying don't fight this fool, I don't want to fight this fool. Dude, that got me.
My thing is,
that got me out of so many fights that I most likely would have lost. Dude, when Bill.
See, I fought all the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the people I fought, because that was back. I mean, that was back in my fucking prime, back when I was dicking and getting, you know. I mean, I was fucking in it back then.
Yeah.
I was in my fucking prime. The people I fought were the people that taught other fuckers how to fight. Like, and some of them weren't even fighting, you know. It would just be like play sparring and shit, and I'd wrap them up and get them in something they couldn't get out of, you know.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yeah, man, you don't want to bug with that guy because, man, he got me. Like, when that guy grabbed Booth was like, I'm not fighting this guy.
Yep.
I mean, I taught Booth a lot of the MMA shit he knew.
Mm-hmm. Dude, when I think a lot of your legend came from just your quick sparring sessions. When you sparred Trevor. That sparked
he
legend. He
had no clue. He was not ready.
That sparked legend, though. Like, that spread quick. Mainly because
Trevor wasn't no bitch.
Dude, Trevor's a fucking gangster, man. He's a fucking little scrappy ass fucking white.
Dude, man, Trevor, I mean, for being so much younger than us, that kid had some power behind his head. Trevor, I've seen him nail people.
I was like, what, 22? Trevor was 16, 17?
17, I think, yeah.
And even I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'd want to fight Trevor. Like, Trevor's he's a fucking cannon, dude. He was built, he was a big kid, fatter. Yeah. But he knew how to throw it. He knew how to fucking use his power, man. That kid could scrap. He was one of those.
The guy had some power behind his head. He was nothing to sleep on.
He was
you don't sleep on him.
He was a young up and coming street fighter for sure. The kid, and he was not afraid to throw down. That's always
not with anybody.
Who always caught my eye when I'm like, oh, you ain't afraid to scrap. You will always throw a punch, and I like that. When he fucking did that shit against you, and you fucking wrapped him up so goddamn fast. And had him in like 6 there. Dude, I think that shit changed his life, dude. He was like, oh shit. Like, I thought I was badass, man. like you were that when you're a teenager and somebody older than you hands it to you and it's a humbling experience. Without you beating him up, I think you like humbled him. Like, don't judge it.
Because there were a lot of witnesses there for that.
But I also think it was like when you're that young. And I know this because I was that young and I thought the same way. You think that only a certain looking people can fight.
Yeah.
So you're like only buff people or, you know, there's like a certain look that you have that tells you that they can fight. That's completely wrong. 100% wrong. You could be a nonchalant looking redneck and just wreak havoc on somebody who just doesn't understand. Like, that's the best advice my dad ever gave me. When I was young and I was fighting all the time, and my dad's like, you know, yeah, you're winning a lot of fights, kid. You know, I think it's cool, but you're only tough until you fight somebody who knows how to fight. And that shit's real, man. Because once you find that guy who knows what he's doing, and you're just blindly throwing punches, and he's like, oh, this guy's an idiot. And he's thinking about when you get lit up by a guy who knows how to fight, it completely changed your whole perspective on fighting. You're like, I don't know if I want to fight anymore. There's more of these people out there, and I didn't think he knew how to fight.
Yeah, I definitely woke Trevor up that fucking night.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely a little more tame when it came to wanting to scrap people. Because I was just like, oh man, you got like he could kill you. Like Troy he could have killed you, bro. I saw it. Like he hit you up in like 6, and you were just like, I could break your arm right here. And he's like, ah. You flip him around, you're like, I could break your arm right here. And he's like, ah. Like, oh shit, dude.
Dude, he tells me that shit. I talked to him about like no shit. I talked to him like 5 years ago on Messenger.
Yeah.
And he was like, man, I was at a party and these people were dogging rednecks. I was like, man, you don't want to fuck with rednecks.
You don't know who they are. They could be secret ninjas, bro.
Right. Dude, there's one redneck I knew, man. Ooh.
The legend of the Troy lives on through the generations, dude.
Right?
I'm telling you.
I got my disciples out there spreading the
I'm
word.
telling you, bro. You gained more of a following than I ever did. I had the following of the people my own age.
Yeah.
Like, remember when Laramie tried to fight? Oh fuck, who did he try? Oh, did he try to fight Nate? Nate and
Yeah,
Janice Nate? And then he was younger than us, but just by a few years. And then when I stepped up to him after he got crazy with Nate, he just backed down immediately. It was like that was as far as my legacy went with fighting. Because like that was like 2 generations down. After that, nobody was scared of me. Like nobody cared anymore. They're like, I don't know who the fuck you are. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, after high school, I actually didn't fight a whole lot. So, and when I did fight, it was in bars and shit. So nobody ever,
Right.
there was no legacy there.
There was
The
always a
people who
group
saw it,
thing
saw
at that
it.
point.
Like my friends who saw it were like, oh yeah, there's a reason I don't fuck with him. But none of the younger generations cared. They didn't know. And plus they all think they're fucking bulletproof. And I got to tell you, some of them are, man. Some of them you just can't drop.
Yeah.
There was a couple of young cats that I was like, I don't want to fight you at all. Like, I don't think my cousin Richie, he was 16. Yeah. That guy looked like he was 30. I wouldn't fight Richie. I was like 25, 20. I was 21. I wouldn't have fought that fucking dude. That kid would have fucking lit me up, man. He's a big ass Mexican. He'd have fucking railed me. And I saw what he did to Kyle. I was like, nope, no thank you. I don't want any part. I'm glad you're my cousin. I'm glad you love me because I don't want any part of that shit, dude. You're a fucking animal.
Well, dude, like I was telling somebody the other day, that you are the only person I've ever lived with multiple times.
Multiple, yeah.
Multiple times. And not just live together, but we would work together and live together. So we saw each other like 24/7.
Yeah.
And there was no beef.
Dude, that's because you had no like internal. I don't even know how to say it.
I went hands almost with every roommate I've ever fucking had.
Yeah, but that's because I respected you. I knew what you had. Like I didn't walk on eggshells around you. You know I'm not like that. I would never walk on eggshells around you.
We gave each other mad shit.
If I had an issue with you, I would let you know. But you also had the mutual respect that I had. And a lot of people, every roommate I ever had, you know that, just didn't have that mutual respect. They was like, oh, I have to prove something with him. I have to prove. It's like, dude, no, we're grown. Like me and you were like, I know what Troy's capable of. He knows what I'm capable of. This isn't about that. This isn't a fucking ego match. We're friends.
I mean, so, yeah, we fucked with each other, obviously.
You and TJ, because I give TJ this. TJ was never, I tried to fight TJ once, but I was blackout drunk.
Yeah.
And TJ would have handled me easily. But because he's my fucking brother, he's like, I know he's super drunk. I'm not going to fucking beat the fuck out of him. I'm going to light him up a little bit and throw him in a bed, and he's going to go to sleep. And that's exactly what happened. I threw a punch at him. He lit me up, threw me in a bed, and I was good. You know, I peed all over his clothes.
Take that, you little shit.
But there was certain people, like me and Johnny were basically siblings.
Yeah.
The ego is always going to be there because there's a balance of he's won so many fights, I've won so many fights. It's always that I want to get one over on you type of thing. And then everybody we've ever met sees the relationships that me and my friends have, like me, you, and Johnny, to where we actually talk to each other in a certain way. And then they think that they can jump on that. And it's like, you're not a part of it.
Yeah.
You're not a part of this group, and you can't.
That's not you, son.
Yeah, you can't just jump into this. Like, because when you start talking to us like that, we're going to take it as disrespect. And that's not, you're not a part of this group. You don't know us. Like, I grew up with you guys. I know that when it's joking and when it's not joking. All the other people don't know that. So then they step over the line, and it's like, dude, like, I'm not going to take that shit from you. You know? And then if they got an ego, they're like, well, fuck you then. I'm like, okay, then let's do it. Like, I get it. Like, okay, well, you know, we gotta set the standard here. Whether you beat my ass or I beat your ass.
Like, all right,
we're gonna set the
let's
standard
fucking play.
right here. Like, I'm just letting you know you're not that kind of a friend to me. Like,
I tell you what, I was talking about something I did to you the other day. Oh no, I think it was my sexy Rexy, but because she's short and she has tiny arms.
Yeah.
But about how When I filled your cart with balloons.
When you filled my cart with balloons.
Yeah, when I filled your cart
Oh,
with
my
balloons at
cart.
Clubhouse.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
the worst thing in the fucking world,
Dude,
man.
and our neighbor was just
Oh.
on his porch. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Cody hates balloons."
Oh, I just hate the squeak of them so
He
much.
just laughs and goes back inside his house.
Dude, growing up with a friend like Johnny, and I love Johnny to death, but he has a thing to him that it's always okay if he does it to you, but you can never dish it back because then he gets mad enough to fight. So having a friend that will do pranks with you and won't get so mad, like you just find it as funny and you're like, oh, you got me so fucking good, you fucker. That's so much fun to me because that's like I've always wanted a friend like that. So when you are that friend, and I'm like, Troy is the guy. Troy is the one who I can do shit to, and he might get mad, but he's not going to try to fight me over it. Like, he's the guy. He's the buddy that you always see on YouTube videos.
Do you remember why I filled your cart with fucking balloons?
Because I hate squeaky?
Well, no, that's the reason I used balloons. But it's because you put that fucking Chucky doll on my bed and put my Bowie knife in its hand.
Yeah.
No, I can't resheath a blade unless somebody else does it. And I don't like Chucky anyway. Oh, the drama.
I only bought that Chucky doll for you.
I know you did. Like, I opened up my bedroom door, and there it is on my bed. And I'm like, this motherfucker. This piece of shit. And the very next day, man, I went to Walmart, and I bought a shit ton of balloons. And I'm like, emphysema blowing into all these fucking balloons, like dying. I'm like, I should have bought the pump.
Yeah, there's nothing that cringes. Okay, there's two things in this planet, and anybody who has it's not even a phobia. It's just like a fucking cringe. Like nails on a chalkboard to some people, where it gives you shivers even thinking about it. It's chewing on rubber bands. The internal noise, because I've done it, so I know, because this is how I figured it out. If you chew on a rubber band and it goes in your mouth, that's the worst sound on the planet. It's the same exact sound you get from a balloon when you squeak it with your hand. Oh, it's so fucking terrible. And styrofoam. When you rub styrofoam together, it's the worst fucking noise on the planet, and it just gives me the heebie-jeebies for some reason. I don't understand why. All right,
to the viewers, if you want to fuck with Cody, balloons, rubbing styrofoam together, and just grabbing the back of his neck, because that sends him back to his
That's a dad thing, bro.
That sends him back. And you can tell. Every time I grab the back of your neck, you're like, sorry, sir.
Yeah, you go turtle mode. Yeah, what the fuck?
I love doing that too. Just running up behind you and go, ugh. You're like,
your whole body locks up. You can't do shit about it. It's a lockup mode.
Like when you grab a possum by its tail, man. He just freezes.
You know what? There's a lot of people out there with the same reaction, okay? A lot of people, okay? A lot of people with dads with super
don't shame me
grips, okay? It pinches their necks.
My dad did it to me too. Trust me. I get it.
It's an instant fucking turtle reaction, dude. You just can't. Ugh.
I just try to give you a nice shoulder rub because I can tell you've been stressing.
But you know what? I do it to my son because I'm like, you will have the same thing I have.
I do it to my daughter. Like, dude, today we were going through Dollar General and I was steering her by the top of her head. I'm like, no. She's like, Candy. I'm like, no.
Kids are so much fun.
Oh my God, that kid is a turd. She was like, what's my full name? I'm like, Emily Turd Blossom. She's like, no, it's not.
Turd Blossom.
So all day today I've been like, what's up, Turd Blossom? That's not my name.
I ask Calder all the time, what's your full name? I don't know. He's like, Calder Osborne. I'm like, what's your middle name? Well, I don't know. I'm like, dude, come on, man. You got to know your middle name. Calder Rowe. He's like, yeah, Calder Osborne. What's your middle name? Well, I don't know. Jesus Christ, kid.
Dude, Emily knows her middle name because when it's said out loud, she in trouble.
Nah. Dude, I gotta say, man, I think I got a blessing with Calder. He does little things to piss me off, but man, the kid's he's a solid good kid, dude. Like, I call a certain buddy of ours who has a kid who's just a day older than Calder. And man, he's cursing and shit. And I'm like, that's funny. Of course, when you're a kid, it's funny for your parents to let you curse. Dude, Calder refuses to curse. Yeah. He just doesn't do it. Like, even when I'm like, say that, he's like, no. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. I think we raised you a little too good. You won't even curse. Man,
Emily will curse, but then she's like, I know I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah. Dude, Calder, Calder's so innocent in my eyes. Because, I mean, a lot of people are like, oh, my kids don't do anything wrong. Calder does a lot of shit wrong. He's got, selective hearing. He throws fits when he's got to turn the TV off when he's watching fucking Minecraft videos or whatever. Shit pisses me off. But other than like stupid little things, the kid's he's a good kid. And he's gotten me to the point where we were on Thanksgiving. I was calling him like a turd head or something. We were, jabbing back and forth. And he looked at me across the table and he's like, I hate you, Dad. And I gave him a intercontinental dad look.
Yeah.
I did not know I was giving him.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I just got calm. And I was like, hey, you better watch how the fuck you talk to me. And the look in his eyes, I could see my own reflection as a child. Right. He just went, I'm sorry, Dad. And I was like, dude, I felt so bad immediately afterward. I was just like, it's all right, buddy. You want some ham? It's just like you want some ham? I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad. Like, just don't say that.
There are times I do that with Emily. Like, I don't even realize that my stepdad channels through my fucking soul, and I get those evil, like, burn a hole through your fucking eyes.
Dude, but
because like Emily will be doing something, man. And I'll be like, what did you just say to me? I give her that fucking like I can't even reproduce it unless
I can't either.
That scenario.
It's not in me.
I can't. I can't even fake it. Like, it's either the real deal or it's nothing close. Yeah. But she turns white as a fucking ghost every fucking time. And then I'm like, no, okay, I'm sorry. You just gotta talk to me a different way. Okay, it's not respectful. It's rude. Honey, I love you. Come on, you're my princess. You're my princess, all right? Come here. Daddy loves you. Daddy loves you. I'm not going to beat you.
This isn't who I am. I'm not this is my father.
Right, I'm sorry. Dude, the first time I realized that I channeled my stepdad was the first time I gave Emily the knife hand, because she was screaming at her mom, like screaming at her mom. Like, yeah, me and Michelle are separated, but that's her fucking mom.
That's a good time to channel.
I will not tolerate that fucking disrespect. I come around the kitchen, I'm like, the fuck did you just say to your mother? And I was like, woo! Woo! I'm sorry! Oh my God! Yeah! What? Because my dad was hardcore military, man. When that knife hand came out, oh, you were fucking done, son.
Yeah, that knife hand will turn into a backhand real fast.
Yeah, like real quick, man. My dad'd be like, "What did you just say?" And I'm like, like, I don't know.
Dude, my dad never knife handed me, but when he stood up quick and said, "What?" and he stood up, I'm like, "Oh fuck, it's over. It's done." Dude, the fact that he got up was it. Oh, yeah. That was it.
Back when my dad was still smoking cigars in the house, like, he wouldn't even like do anything mad or like angry. He would just take he would actually inhale the fucking cigar on that drag.
Yeah. And
blow through his nostrils as he was putting it out in the ashtray and put down the legs on the recliner. And as soon as I saw that smoke come out the nostrils, I was like, I don't want to die a virgin.
I told my dad that was the scariest thing he ever did. I said there was, like, getting our ass beat sucked. But there was no worse mental torture as a child because my dad smoked cigarettes. And anytime he beat our ass, He would get down into his boxer briefs, and like you said, he'd sit in his chair, and my dad would talk calmly to us as he smoked his cigarette.
Yeah.
And every time, it was like when that cigarette was done, and he would leave the cigarette like that much as in the butt. Every time we could see that cigarette was getting we knew the ass whooping was coming, because as soon as he finished that cigarette, he was talking to us calmly, but he was just letting us know, this is why I'm about to whoop your ass. This is what you did wrong. This is what you should have done. And he would smoke and smoke and smoke and take long drags and long breaths and talk. But like, it was so fucking torturous. And I told him that. I'm like, dude, every time you had a fucking cigarette in your hand and you were giving us a lecture in your boxer briefs, we knew that ass whooping was right around the corner. Yep. As soon as that cigarette was done and you put it out and you just stood up and said, well, it was like, oh shit, here it comes.
Dude, every time I saw my dad beat the fuck out of somebody, like on a construction site or something, like somebody would try to move his backhoe or some shit like that, something stupid, and he would just fucking decimate their ass. He would always have a cigar, and he would always do the same thing. He would just... and set it down, still lit, beat the fuck out of them, and then come back and pick it up and keep going.
Yeah, well, that's confidence.
It was like, yeah, I don't have to put this up. I'll be back.
Yeah. I'll be back soon. Before that goes out, I'm going to be back.
Right? Like, I don't even know if at my top I ever had the confidence. Even in my fucking prime, when like people knew not to fuck with me. If I'd have been like, all right, hold on. I'm going to set that down right now. I'd be like, this might take a little while. I mean, cigarettes are expensive. I'm going to flip this fucker
I got to
out.
put this shit out, blow the smoke out, make sure it's not going to taste like shit when I come back.
Right. I know there was a couple times where I used the intimidation factor with the cigarette, because you remember back when my shoulder was real bad and it was popping out like 5 times a fucking day.
Yeah.
Because I just constantly abused the fuck out of myself. Like, I can't tell you how many times I'm like, all right, hold on. And I'd put the cigarette out on my fucking tongue.
That's good intimidation.
Like, all right, let's do this. And like,
Troy, there's a trick to that. You get
you spit a lot of saliva on the tip of your tongue. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it was for intimidation for them. I wasn't really going to burn the fuck out of my tongue.
Right.
Fuck these people. That's why I smoke cigarettes instead of cigars. You ever do that shit with a Swish or Sweet? That shit hurts.
Nope. All right, we have to take a piss break. I have to pee so
Oh, thank God. I got to pee.
Woo. All right, piss break. All right, welcome back, people. I'm about to do a fucking shot of Jamie. What? What do you got?
West Cork Irish whiskey. The bourbon casket. It's good shit.
Little Jameson. All right. Yeah. Cheers.
West Cork is that shit I had at my wedding.
Hey, cheers, my Mick brother. I do have to say, that West Cork at your wedding lasted about 15 minutes.
Dude. Well, it lasted longer than that because we did our first initial shot before the ceremony when I passed it around.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have a single friend here. I just have brothers. And that was a true statement. Everybody that was in that room was
I love that.
Except for my dad.
Dude, you know what's funny? I don't even remember my best man speech.
Dude, I wish I did. Because I remember parts of it.
I winged it, dude. And everybody told me, oh, it was so good. And I'm like, I blacked out.
Dude, I'm so mad nobody filmed that one. Like, other parts of it were filmed. Like, that was my favorite. That should have been a side. But my favorite part of the wedding was the best man toast.
Dude, and I blacked out.
Like,
I was
I'm not
so
gonna lie.
nervous.
I don't remember everything you said, but I almost fucking cried.
I don't remember any. I was like, I'm gonna write this, and then my laziness hit, and I'm like, I can't write it. I don't know what the fuck to say.
Yeah. No,
and then when it happened, I was like, I just have to go, because Michelle's bridesmaid, didn't she cry or something? I don't know. It was so
no,
weird.
she didn't cry, but I mean, she tried to be funny, but it was just like
it was so
embarrassing
long
for Michelle. Like it was not a
shitty.
good speech.
I do know that I said that for the first 2 years that Michelle lived with us, I thought she was a house cat.
Yeah.
And that was funny. That got a good laugh. I remember that part because I remember thinking, I'm going to say that, of course. But other than that, I don't know what the fuck I said.
You said something about how there's not a guy up here who Troy hasn't influenced
Yeah.
or some shit like that. Like every one of us has looked up to Troy at some point in our lives.
You were like our father figure.
Yeah, dude. Like it almost made me fucking cry, man. Like it was
Goddamn
beautiful.
right. I don't remember it, but goddamn right. You know I did it good.
I know my vows were on fucking point.
Dude, your vows were fucking so legit, bro. It was like all 90s music references and 80s.
Dude.
I would go 500 miles. I would go 500 more. Just to be
Right.
the man who shows up at your door.
And I want you to know, if you're lost, you can look, and you will find me, time after time.
Yeah.
If you fall,
I will catch you.
I will catch you,
time after time.
time after time.
It was the best fucking vows, dude. I'm telling you, people missed out on that shit. That was the best
Right?
wedding ever.
Yeah.
And me and my wife didn't say shit at our wedding. It was like, wrap our fucking hands and let's get drunk.
Dude, I still tell people, like, when I was, like, for example, I was talking to my erotic Polly Pocket,
Mm-hmm.
and I told her, I was like, you don't understand how close me and Cody really are. Like, when he got married, in his wedding card, I wrote, you won this round, bitch, but I'll get him back.
My wife's favorite card, too. She still talks about it. It's been like 3 years. And she's like, yeah, fucking Troy. Dude, of course, my wife has always said, the only person she's ever afraid of me leaving her for is you. She's like, I know one day you're going to leave me for Troy. I'm like,
It's gonna fucking happen.
I'm like, well, I'm not going to say you're wrong. Like,
Right.
this is still in the air. We might go full on homo-brosexual.
Yeah. There's,
Which is a new
there's strong
gender.
possibility.
If we can all create genders, I want to create homo-brosexual. Okay?
Right.
Because that's like just bros. We can fuck whatever we want. You can have
We've
sex
already
with-
proven that we live together better than anybody else.
Dude, we did, man. We only got in one spat, and that was over Dragon Ball Z,
Right.
Goku versus Superman.
And that was my fault because I clipped you too hard.
You
I didn't
fucking
mean to
elbowed
clip
me
you.
in the face.
I didn't mean to.
You ninja'd, and you ninja'd.
I didn't mean to. I was trying
was
to do
a
that thing
reaction
like get real close to
ninja.
your face, but I had been drinking too, and I just
Dude,
misjudged
we
the
were
death.
fucking drunk, bro. You know
And
how I know we were
clocked
drunk?
you. I
We
nailed
were-
you with that elbow.
We were so drunk that I blacked out when you hit me, and I came to when we were on the ground. And I was
Right.
like, "What? Are you okay, Troy?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm fine, dude. What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know."
Right,
Are,
and that was
are
it.
we good? Because I tackled you. As soon as you
Yeah.
hit me, I tackled you. And I was just like, are we good, man? You're like, yeah, no, we're fine. Yeah, like, just get off me. I was like, okay, all right, cool, man. Like, my bad, dude. Like, I don't know what
Like, no,
happened.
you're good.
Like, you hit me, of course. And when you get hit when you don't expect it, you black out. Like, it's not like you're knocked out.
Right.
You get hit when you don't expect it. I think it's your adrenaline hits you so hard that you especially when you're drunk, that
Yeah.
you just kind of
And-
have like a blackout.
And I ain't gonna lie,
moment.
because I was trying to do that speed thing where like I knew you could feel the wind off my elbow
Yeah.
by your face, so I was coming in hot.
Yeah.
I
but
nailed you fucking good.
Well, if you're drunk, you did not hold back.
No, I nailed you really fucking good, and I felt
In the
like
jaw-
shit about it.
in
I
the
was like,
jaw,
oh
I'm
my
sure.
god.
You got me in the fucking under jaw. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. Because I was
Yeah.
standing in front of you, and if you went, you got me, you clapped me.
Yeah,
And I just tackled you and was like, are you good? Yeah. "Oh,
Dude,
yeah, I'm fine."
I swear, I feel like people were disappointed at the party that we didn't fight.
Of
They're
course
like,
we're not going to fight, bro.
dude, that was like a Godzilla King Kong match about to fucking happen.
I'm like, no.
I'm
we're
like, yeah,
good."
sorry to disappoint, but we bros.
like, dude, no matter, like, even, like, most people, I'm like, I would never fight you unless you attacked me. But even you,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, he attacked me. Well, yeah, I attacked him back, but not a single punch was thrown.
No,
And once I realized what was happening, I was like, oh, fuck, we're good, dude. Sorry, Troy.
yeah,
My
no,
bad.
that's like my bad. You're all right. Yeah, I'm good. You good?
Now, I'm
Yeah,
not
good.
going to say
All
it's
right.
because I was scared, okay?
No, yeah.
In the
I
position
tell
I
everybody it's
was
because he
in,
was a chicken shit.
in the position I was in, I could have had the upper hand. I could have grounded and pounded, okay? And you would have had to defend and blocked and moved like this, but I would have been like, all around you like a fucking tornado. Okay? Because I'm a fucking whirlwind, dude.
They call me Mr. the Twister.
Yeah, I bite fucking nipples. I pinch neck hair. I do it all, dude. Okay? You couldn't defend it against me because I got too many angles, baby.
Right?
Okay?
Well, am I fighting an octopus? What the fuck?
Did he just kick me in the face? Well, he's sitting on me. How did the foot get up
Was
here?
that your foot? Yes.
Yeah.
Here come the double feet.
Oh. Lick it, smell it.
Now take it. That's for you.
No, dude, for real.
My name is not Mustafa. Who tell you this is my name?
Except for Nate. Any other friend ever hit me, it would be a full-on fist fight. Except for Nate. Nate was the only friend other than you who ever hit me that I was just like, eh. Now, I'm not saying it's because Nate hit like a bitch, but Nate hit like a bitch.
You listening, Nate?
And Nate would catch me without me knowing. That's how much it was like, come on, Nate. He would run up and punch me in the face. And I was just like, what the fuck are you doing? I love Nate, though, man. So many good parties at Nate's house.
Oh, my God. Seriously.
I doubt Nate watches this podcast. I highly doubt it. But Nate, I love you, buddy.
Like I said, the last time I saw Nate was when I was up in Wyoming last. Me and Johnny did about an 8-ball. And then went to this fucking house party.
An 8-ball of flour?
Yes, an 8-ball of flour.
Mm-hmm. Some
Brought to us
people
by our
snort
Uncle
flour
Escobar.
because some people snort flour because they liked deep fried food so much.
Today on the Great British Baking Show,
we snort 8 lines of flour.
but like me and Johnny did this fucking 8-ball, so we go to this house party because like we're in the zone, man. We want to play some fucking beer pong, get down. You know what I mean? Because you play beer pong after that, you're on fucking laser sight. Yeah, I mean, you're just hitting it. That was like the best game I've ever fucking played.
Yeah.
And I didn't know a single fucking person at this fucking house party. And like the person who owns the house comes up to me and was like, who are you? I was like, oh, I came with Johnny. And they're like, who is Johnny? And I was like, and then Nate comes up, he's like, oh my God, Troy. And he like just bear hugs me and lifts me off the ground, about pops in my back in 5 different spots. I was like, hey man, how's it going?
Like, thank God I ran into you, Nate.
They're like, you know this guy? Oh yeah, this is Troy, man. Funniest guy ever, man. He'll like have you rolling. I mean, he'll cut your fucking heart out and feed it to you. But he's like the nicest, funniest guy. And I'm like,
dude, you're the only friend I've ever been in an actual sword fight with.
that's true. You and me got into a sword fight at that one dude's apartment.
Yes, we did. The fucking black dildo in the shower apartment.
Yeah.
The only sword fight I've ever been in.
That was a lot of fun. I can't say that was the only sword fight I've been in. But
That's
that was
the
the most fun sword fight I've ever been.
Yeah. Dude, I was so drunk, but I still remember it. I remember us taking them swords off the wall and fucking, dude, we did that before How I Met Your Mother did that.
We did. We're fucking trendsetters, dog.
We were the originals, son.
Right?
I was Marshall. You were Mosby.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Except for you didn't stab my girlfriend.
No.
Eventually, they got really pissed off because we were sword fighting, and we're like, "Put him down!" Like, okay, my bad.
Oh, sorry, we got a little carried away there. Dude, we were having a ball.
Dude, we were having a good time, and nobody got hurt. That was the best part.
No,
but it got really crazy.
Doing,
it got crazy enough where everybody else was feeling really endangered.
Right?
You guys got to put those swords down. Like, why?
My name is Inigo Montoya.
You killed my father, prepare to die. You are an 8-fingered man.
Right, dude, man, we were fucking going at it, too.
Oh, hey, by the way, you told me to remind you of this. Handsome Bob.
It was Handsome what?
Handsome Bob.
Handsome Bob. Okay,
Handsome
see, so
Roy.
you can understand why we thought Handsome Rob about that movie.
But Handsome Rob was from the Italian Job.
Handsome
Italian
Rob.
Yeah, you nailed it. Remember when you said it? You said Handsome Rob, and you're like, no, that's the Italian Job.
Yeah, the Italian
Bob.
Job. That was.
It is Handsome Bob.
Okay.
I did look it up as soon as I got home because I asked my wife, she said, well, it's Handsome Rob. And I said, no, it's not. It's not Handsome Rob. And she said, no, that's the Italian Job. And I said, that's exactly what Troy said. I said, and then I thought of it. I said, it's fucking Handsome Bob. And then she looked it up, and it was Handsome Bob. Yeah.
Okay,
We're
well,
talking
I'm
about
glad we
Snatch.
figured that out.
Yeah, we're talking about Snatch. Or no, we're not talking about Snatch. We're talking about
Rock and Rolla.
Rock and Rolla. Guy Ritchie films, babies. Check
Great
them
guy.
out.
Don't sleep on Guy Ritchie films.
Oh
people.
my
They're
God, don't
fucking
sleep
awesome.
on the Guy Ritchie films. Rock and Rolla, fucking Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels.
Right. Snatch.
Snatch, one of the greatest films of all time, Snatch.
Oh, dude. Yeah,
The
you like Gags?
The new one, The Gentleman. Oh my God, so fucking good.
Dude, I became like instant friends with a couple guys at work because one of them quoted Snatch. They're like, "You like Dags?" And I was like, "I like dogs." They're like, yeah. I was like, ah.
Dude, I found this is so weird. I find that I become friends with people over Tenacious D.
Oh yeah, well, definitely.
When we had our bowling night at work, I started singing Tenacious D because I was like, we're all bowling against each other. And as I'm going up, I'm very charismatic and very outgoing. And I was like, you know what time it is? And one of the other guys goes, it's Tenacious D time. And I was like, you motherfucker, pow! Fuck yeah! And dude, me and him bro bonded all night. And I told my wife, I was like, that's my bro. She's like, I can tell. Yeah, because we know. We were spitting Tenacious D lyrics at each other all night. And I was just like, dude, you're my bro. Like, Tenacious D like that? You're my bro. Like anybody.
So, question, because obviously you're not coming down for my birthday because that's next month. That's too soon.
Obviously.
Are you gonna come down for your niece's birthday?
Shut the fuck up, Troy. You know I can't.
You never have.
I can't.
Never.
I'm
never
on a
once
new
have you.
schedule, dude. I only have certain days off. I'll be lucky to make it to Comic-Con. Okay?
Dude, you better make it to Comic-Con because I'm getting our fucking hotel room next week.
You're not buying our hotel room. Well, how much is it? Like $150?
It's like $120. It's like $120.
Well, how much was it a night?
It's like $59.
Okay, so it's going to be a little more than that because we're going to go 3 days.
Yeah.
Because I want to set up a tattoo appointment. What do you think, Thursday?
Yeah, the tattoo appointment would have to be Thursday.
We're going to have to do a double tattoo appointment, though. That's the tricky part.
Okay. See, so you need to find a tattoo parlor because I've already found a hotel.
I'll do the tattoo joint, okay? What was it? April what?
22nd is the beginning of it.
Okay. Well, for all of our fans out there, we're going to do something special for our podcast. We're going to go to Comic-Con, Kansas City style, and we are going to film and interview people, and we're going to post it as an episode. We're going to chop it up and get it going and post it as an episode. It'll be a Two Drunk Bros Comic-Con adventure. It's going to be fucking awesome.
We're going to interview cosplayers, hopefully some celebrities if we can.
If we can. But, dude, you know what? If we could get a media pass or something, man, and we could get some sweet-ass interviews with some, some celebrities, oh, man, that would be the fucking ultimate, dude.
Right.
But I think you got to sign up for that shit. You got to probably have
I'll look into it.
This is why we need more subscribers. We need more fans, more subscribers, so we can get enough that we can maybe get a media pass. I don't know how many subscribers you need to actually get a media pass.
I don't know.
I think you have to have so many subscribers for it to be like okay with the people. That's like, okay, enough people are going to watch this. We'll okay it.
So
because
I got to give shout outs. I got to give a shout out because a friend of ours came up with a slogan.
Yeah.
Cameron Cruz.
Oh, fucking ginger beard baby. Yeah.
Dude.
We love Cameron.
Yeah. Pouring stouts and geeking out.
Pouring stout and geeking out. Hey, and I got to tell Cameron right now.
I love it.
Congrats on the baby. I know he's coming.
Yeah.
I know they're coming. I don't know if it's a he or a she. I know they're coming soon. Congrats,
it's a boy,
on the baby. Oh,
it's a boy.
He's got another boy.
Yeah.
That ginger's pumping boys out, man. Fuck, he's a boy factory. Good job, buddy.
And I'm so glad that he's a ginger because he doesn't realize the similarity between me and his kids.
Hey, and I just have to give a shout out to his wife.
Samantha Cruz. You're a saint for putting up with his ass.
No, that's not why. because she gave me my pit bull, Crixus,
Yes, she
when he
did.
was a baby. He was very
And
little.
also, you kind of kidnapped her that one day.
We don't got to talk about that, bro.
Dude, that shit was fucking solid. Like, she's in the passenger seat of his car and he's talking to us, and you just walk out. You don't skip a fucking beat, and you hop right in the driver's seat and take off with his old lady. And he's like,
That's because truly I'm the best man.
right?
They're about to
As
get
soon as you
married.
did that,
Also,
like, that song was
Hey.
playing in my head, like, Mr. Still Your Girl.
They're also-
I was like,
hey.
oh, he's gone.
they're also about to get married, right?
No, they're already married. I
Oh,
was
are
at
they?
that wedding.
Oh, you were
Yeah,
at the wedding?
Your brother was at that wedding.
What? How am I not invited to that?
Yeah, your brother was at that wedding because his wife's related to Samantha. So you guys are technically family now.
We are, yeah. Well, me and
Which
Samantha,
is why my daughter is going to marry your son,
to make us all family.
to where we are all connected.
It's
The
connected.
clans will unite.
I just have to tell you, man, your girl better have boobs because my son is a boob man.
Well, Michelle's got decent tits, so
Well, my son is a boob man. From what I can see from him and his mom, he is definitely a boob guy.
yeah.
He doesn't play with my boobies, but at 5 years old, he is still attached to his mom's boobs. Like, he cannot get over it. And I'm like, dude, you haven't breastfed.
Tell him to
fucking
look at
2 years.
personality. That matters.
It does matter, but maybe not to him.
There's a thing there. Look, son, I say we about wrap this bitch up. Mostly because I'm running out of beer in my mini fridge.
Well, my friends, this has been another episode of Two Drunk Bros. As always, oh wait, hold on, Troy. God damn it!
I'm sorry.
You dirty man.
Do it again.
Only we can say that word because we're both Irish. Oh wait, hold on. There we go. Hold on. Let me get this. Let me get my tattoo all up in there. Irish pride, bitches. I'm a McCullough. That's my mother's maiden name. That's
I'm a
Scots Irish.
Routledge.
That's Scots Irish.
Routledge.
And Rutledge is also Scots Irish.
Routledge.
You think we grow beards like this because we're Scottish? You're right.
I like potatoes
actually-
and whiskey.
Actually, Ginger's full on Scottish.
Yeah, there's not actually a lot of Irish redheads.
There's not. They're all Scottish.
There's some.
But here's the sum. Scots Irish.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
honestly,
honestly-
a lot of the Scots moved to Ireland, which is what my family did. We moved to Northern Ireland, up to Fitzgerald, okay? And what was that other place that you corrected me that they're not called that anymore?
Londonderry.
Londonderry. What are they
They're
called
called
now?
Free Dairy. Now.
Free Dairy. That's where my
Because
family
fuck the English.
moved. My family.
Fuck the English.
That's right. My family moved from Scotland, which were, did they say they were royalty? McCulloughs were royalty of some sort. They moved to Londonderry, or Free Dairy, as Troy would say, corrected me, down to Fitzgerald, which is my grandmother's maiden name.
Chuck your lar.
Moved to America, bred with the Ingimos, the Indians, and then that's why my mom is like, Indian.
Yep.
It was, hella generations of Indians, but, we kept the McCullough name somehow. I don't understand it.
Hey.
But,
I tell you what, if you ever come down to one of my family gatherings, I'll have to introduce you to Randy Rutledge. Wooden nickel looking motherfucker. I'm Randy Rutledge.
yeah, I got to tell you, they say that Indian Irish is probably the most common in America.
Yeah.
When you come from Ireland, it's all pale ass white boys and white girls because the sun never fucking shines there.
That's the truth.
Hence why they all say redheads come from Ireland. And Scotland's the same. Scotland's the same weather. They're just a fucking island hop away. But when you come to America, as a white boy who really enjoys an ebony and Spanish woman, I get it, man. Because
Oh, yeah.
when you grow up around nothing but white and then you see something darker, oh my God. Whew. What an exotic turn on that is. Hmm?
It is.
I got to tell you, that's why, to me, this is why the Irish really dug into the Native Americans, because they were dark, beautiful, brunettes, something they probably have never seen, dark skin, brunette hair. I got to tell you.
Well, and
I'm
also
into
when
that.
we came over, nobody liked us either, so we were almost on the
Dude.
res with the Indians.
Dude, less than Indians.
Dude, nobody liked my
Dude, the
people.
Irish, they say were treated less than dogs. They would feed
Yeah.
dogs before they would feed the Irish.
Knick knack paddywhack. Give a dog
Give a dog
bone.
a bone. Yep.
That's exactly what that song's about.
Yep.
Fuck.
All right, guys. Hey, as always, two drunk bros stay drunk.
Hey, stay drunk, fuckers.
I don't give a fuck what the fuck your boy says. That's our fucking call sign. Stay drunk.
Damn
what
right.
What did we call our followers? Drunks?
The drunks.
The drunks. Hey, if you're our drunkies, that's what we're gonna
Drunkies,
call
there we
them.
go.
You're our
Yeah.
drunkies. We love you guys. Shout out again, once again, to Church of Beer.
Right?
Guys, subscribe and comment. Please comment.
Please. Share the videos for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ.